All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is Virlinia 3, our D&D campaign. And last time, our new heroes had entered central Virlinia, carting a cargo of mozzarella cheese to the famous wizard chef Morgan Wamsey in the city of Paranch in the province of the Seven Sisters. The group had managed to prevent some local bandits called the Pepperoni Pickpockets from stealing the cheese, and were rewarded by our famous chef for delivering it safely, and for agreeing to then put an end to the pickpockets. Our team is now inside the Hot Pocket, which is the underground lair of the Pepperoni Pickpockets, where they quickly dispatched a group of large, toothy rats. However, in the opposite direction, down a different rocky corridor, our party's wizard, Aramis, has noticed that what looked like a piece of white paper that they saw earlier is now missing. So where we will begin the story again, we are kind of near the first chamber, the antechamber of this underground lair, and our heroes are deciding what they'd like to do.
Thad, having just taken out that rat and still being pretty bitten up, just being like, damn rats. Well, I say just keep going forward. Like I said, the one thing that my wizard brethren taught me is that don't mess with spooky shit you don't understand, and I don't get a lot of things. So forward.
Can I do a perception check on where the paper-ish was, if I see something there?
Yes. So Aramis, from where you're standing, you can kind of see into the enter of the space southeast from you. So I'll go ahead and roll for perception, Aramis, and I know you have dark vision.
At down 20.
Okay. So Aramis, you are detecting a trail of what looks like white paper that's been torn up. And that trail is leading northeast into an area of the corridor that you cannot currently see down. You would have to walk basically into the corridor to see where's this trail of paper leading. But from where you're standing with your dark vision, you can detect there is like a trail of these scraps of white paper going in that direction.
Well, I will say that to the others, though. First thing I gotta say. Do you remember that there was something over there, and I point towards here? Something or someone was recently there. I'm trying to show them what I mean. It could be a trap, or somebody is following us, or...
Well, that's not good. I still stand by, I don't know what that paper would have been, unless someone else does. Otherwise, that's kind of creeping me out.
I suggest that we follow the paper trail, because if we're trying to find the Pepperoni Pickpockets, we could go off some rats, but that is some real humanoid interaction, and we could perhaps see what is going on over there.
Yeah, I don't think Alfredo likes that one bit, so he's going to reluctantly go with the team and investigate that.
Thad begrudgingly continues after picking up the corpses of rats for some rations for later.
Well, wait, how is Thad doing that?
Yeah, he just sees the dead bodies of the rats, and he just takes out his hunting knife and just carves out some of the meat.
I'm sure that's.
And if anyone questioningly looks at him, he's like, "What? Waste not, what not? All the bacteria cooks off."
Fair enough.
So, are we going to follow that paper trail, or are we going to?
Yeah, seems the perfect trap to go there.
That probably means it's the right way.
Maybe the ranger should go first.
Sure, yeah, that carefully now with his longbow out and an arrow notched ready,
okay.
Just starts leading the group in the other direction where the paper was.
Okay.
Since he's next to me, I'm gonna do a little cantrip guidance.
Guidance? Okay.
Yeah, just on Thad, if he's going first.
Okay.
Yep, and so Thad just starts carefully walking, and then when he gets to the little crossroads, can I make a perception check to discern if I can... That's a 7.
Okay, Thad has entered a space where you can see a dead end northeast from where you're currently standing, and you see 3 small packages wrapped tightly in white, lying in a cluster on the ground. You are standing about 20 feet away diagonally. You need to get much closer to see what these are. Each package looks roughly like the size of a small wheel of mozzarella cheese, but this is odd because you delivered the cheese earlier today. In any case, the room is bordered by a wall about 35 feet south, and you notice that the wall continues to a corridor that moves southeast. But you, from where you're standing, you can't totally see down that passageway southeast. Compared to where you were standing earlier, Thad, this room feels much more cavernous than the last, and the dark ceiling is at least 30 or 40 feet up from the ground. And you have dark vision, correct?
I do.
Okay, so even with a 7, you would be able to see.
Can I do an insight check to see if I can put 2 and 2 together that we already delivered the cheese? Or maybe an intelligence check?
I think so, but I want to give everybody else a turn first, since you've done a perception check
Sounds
already
good.
as your action. Let me describe for you what else you see. Because I'm still giving you more from your perception, and then we'll let Alfredo hop in next. So the last thing that I want to mention is that you can see, sort of dangling from the ceiling, about 15 feet away from you, is a large spider that is slowly coming down a spider web. It's coming down from the ceiling, and you can't tell what its intention is at the moment. You just notice that it is coming down from the ceiling.
That's just like, oh, I don't like that one bit.
Alright then, I think that's the end of your turn. We're gonna go to Alfredo next.
Yeah, I think, let's see my movement. I have 25 feet of movement. In that case, I'm just going to get as close as possible.
Okay.
But knowing I only have 25 feet, that might look like standing next to Edric and Aramis.
Yep.
To be honest.
I think that's fair. So you're gonna move away from the corpses of the dead rats towards your ally,
Yes.
Edric and Aramis. Okay.
Yes, away from the dead rats. And let's see if I can actually move.
So you took your movement, but you can still cast a spell, you can do something. You have another action.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to see, would the spider be able to at least hear me? Maybe not see me. But
I'll let you
hear
take a
me.
nature. I'll let you roll for nature or animal handling.
Alright, I'll do nature or animal handling. I'll do nature, so
Okay.
I'm gonna roll that.
Okay.
Oh, nat 20.
You can detect some like churring noises coming from this spider, even from where you're standing, and they are echoing slightly in this cavern. You're noticing now that you're a little bit closer that its legs have started to extend from its body, and based on that roll, you perceive that this animal is very likely to attack.
Yeah, so basically on a nat 20, I can't like spider whisper this thing into like a peaceful resolution. It's go time.
Yeah, given you've taken a nature check, I don't know that you could do another attack action at this stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think I might just scream out to Thad. Just
Okay.
be like, get out, or like, attack, or something along those lines. Yeah.
Will do.
Thad, it's actually the spider's turn. The spider is gonna like kind of swing on its spider web towards you 10 feet and continue like cascading down the silk web, and you can see that it is lunging forward its mouth to bite you, and it's aiming at the top of your head. You're quite tall as an orc. It's gonna aim for the top of your head. So let's see what we get here. That is 11 to hit. I think it's gonna miss. Alright, so it lunges at you, trying to bite at you, and you duck, kind of laughing at this spider's attempt. It's still kind of hovering above you. It is going to retract up into the wall so that melee weapons can't get at it, which I believe would trigger an opportunity attack, if you'd like to take it, Thad.
Yes, please. So as it's running towards that, I'm just gonna go shit, and then he's gonna duck out of the way. He's like, nope! And then, as the opportunity attack, can I shoot at it with my bow, since I have the arrow knot?
Yes, you can.
So I'm gonna be doing that. He's like, and Alfredo would hear Thad just whisper, aim with the mind. as he goes to hit the spider. Does a 7 hit?
A 7 misses. The arrow flies through the darkness and lands kind of like with a small echo in this cavern a little bit south of you. It misses. And the spider is continuing to move up its spider web. Your guess is that it's about 20 feet away from you toward the ceiling.
That goes, me mind be frazzled. Oh, that ain't good.
Edric, next to act. You are seeing your friend Thad attack a spider.
Alright, I'm going to move closer next to Thad.
Mm-hmm.
That's alright. And then let's see, I try to hit the spider with fireball. Let me find the correct dice.
Fireball or firebolt?
Sorry, firebolt. I keep messing these up.
Okay.
I don't get that for a while. Let's see, D10. 15. At plus 5 is 20.
15 plus 5, that's going to hit. So go ahead and roll for damage now, and then tell us how you hurt this spider.
2. Yes, okay, so I do my little hand motion and incantation, and I just... it just kind of hits the spider in one of its legs and doesn't do much damage, but it does hit the spider. Yeah.
Awesome. Edric has also managed to singe some of the lower part of the web, which causes the spider to retreat its front legs as you've hit one of its back legs with your firebolt. So great job hitting it. Do you have a bonus action or anything else?
Maybe I move back. Let's see. Move back. Just move back 5 feet, and then end my turn.
Great. Aramis, you're up next.
From the place where I am, I think I should be able. Can I no casting spells? Can I go with the crossbow?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so I'm gonna stay distant.
Okay.
I'm gonna try not the great skills with the crossbow, but 9. No.
Your arrow flies through the air and lands, hitting the rock wall behind it. It does not pierce the spider's body or legs at all.
Fantastic. Okay, that's it. I'm done.
As kind of in reacting to your attempt, it leans back and hisses, and you're all noticing that it is hissing directly at Edric, who had just cast the firebolt earlier. That ends the first round. We're going to the top of the round 2. Thad, you get your next action.
Yep, Thad is just going to continue to try to shoot at the spider. He's like, aim with the mind. So he's gonna roll with his bow. He's gonna notch another arrow and try to get the spider.
Okay, go for it.
Does an 11 hit?
You're aiming your arrow up towards the spider, and as you notch it back, it dodges it slightly by moving to the left, scurrying its legs on its web, and your arrow misses.
That's like, oh, this ain't good. This ain't good at all. And that's his turn.
Thad, as you look up towards the top of the cavern and notice that your arrow has missed, looking in the same direction of the cave, you notice that a second spider is about 20 feet away, is starting to slowly come down on a silk line, and it's hovering about 30 feet away from you. It's currently got its legs all wrapped around itself, and you're noticing it is slowly undoing its legs from its position.
Once again, Thad's like, oh no, this ain't good.
Next to act is Alfredo. Alfredo, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I don't have a ranged weapon in my inventory, so this is not great. Matt, is that first spider, is he down or is he retracted back up?
He's still retracted back up. He has not taken a new turn yet, so he's still retracted back up about 20 feet over Thad.
Oh, that's tough.
You would need a ranged weapon maybe to hit him.
Yeah, definitely. So it's either I wait for him to come down, and I can opportunity attack if I'm next to him somehow, or is there a rock nearby, and I just pick it up and throw it at him?
I'll let you do that.
Okay, yeah. So I scan the area, hope for a really sharp rock.
Yeah. Alfredo scans the ground around and finds a pretty decently sized rock. He's going to throw it at the spider?
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw it at the spider.
I believe that's an unarmed, what is that? Unarmed attack? Melee?
Yeah.
Not ranged attack.
I think technically, though, it's a ranged attack.
Oh, that's right. It's
It's
a
on
ranged
dexterity. Because it's throwing, so it's dexterity, not strength. And an unarmed attack is strength-based.
That's right.
So how would I roll
Roll
this?
d20 and add your dexterity bonus.
Yeah, I'm double checking. Yeah, definitely dexterity, but yeah, there shouldn't be the proficiency because you should not be proficient with stone.
You would not be proficient with a rock. So yeah, we'll use your roll d20, Aiden, and add any dexterity bonus you have.
Alright, D20's coming, right? No. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a 10.
And with your bonus, I know that's going to miss. So you heave this rock. You nearly graze Thad's ear with that rock as you kind of loosely throw it into the darkness.
What are you doing?
I'm just like in shame. I'm just like, oh shit. Just like looking down.
Aim with the mind.
Oh no, not the aim with the mind guy. I think we're doomed. I think Alfredo hears Thad say aim with the mind again after missing twice. In my head, I'm just like, yeah, we're dead here. We die here today.
All right, so Alfredo's kind of grimacing in fear of a defeat. That's the end of his turn, I believe. This spider, which is now hovering above everybody, is going to shoot out threads of spider silk towards Edric. And let's see, he has to roll an attack roll. 21 to hit. I'm sorry, Edric. This spider has shot like wave after wave of spider silk, and you are now entirely enwrapped inside spider silk. You're gonna need like a way to get out because currently you are now restrained and you can't move your arms. You can speak, but you can't move your body or your arms or legs.
Okay.
The spider is gonna actually continue to swing on its web and move away from that intersection about 10 feet. So it's still within range of Thad, but nobody else presently. That's the end of its turn. Next to act is the other spider, which Thad is right now the only one who can see the other spider. This spider is going to move forward along. It's going to sort of come down on its spider web about 20 feet and move forward 15 feet to the center of the room. So right now Thad's the only one who can see him, and this spider is going to spit out waves of spider silk at Thad. So it too is going to make an attack roll. 24 to hit. Thad, you are also now wrapped in silk, and Alfredo and Aramis can see their two allies are completely like mummified in these sort of white silken cocoons at the moment. That's the end of its turn. Edric, you're stuck. You can make a strength check if you'd like to break out of this. What would you like to do?
I'll make a strength check because we know that that's my best skill that I have. Let me get my favorite d20 and just give it a good old roll. Okay, I got an 18 with a -1, so that's a 17.
Edric, you surprise yourself and your allies by busting out of the silk seams of this cocoon. Like, you're feeling like some adrenaline and your muscles are pumping. You have destroyed the webbing around yourself.
Alright, I guess I will move. I'll spend 5 feet of movement to be right next to Thad, so that next turn I can help him.
Okay.
And, I'll just hope for the best and hope that I don't get attacked again.
Alright.
I was just going to say that before I end my turn, I communicate to, what's called Alfredo and Aramis, that there are now 2 spiders.
Okay. Act it out for us. How are you communicating this to them?
Alright. Since the spiders can hear me, I just turn around and mouth, "There's 2."
Okay.
and I hope that they can read my lips. And I put up 2 fingers.
As long as they can see you, I believe so.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, I think I have dark vision.
Yeah, I think Alfredo and Aramis both have dark vision, so I think I would say that that's effective. Aramis, there's 2. What would you like to do?
That's great news. So I cannot really see any of them though from where I am.
Correct.
So what I actually do is that I do move a little bit closer to the others.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I get a torch from my backpack.
Okay.
I use prestidigitation, whatever it is, to light a fire.
Okay.
because I can do that.
Yes, you can.
I was looking at there's a lot of web, and I think fire can be the solution. So what I do at this point with a torch on my hands, I keep basically. I've done already a spell, so does it work as a bonus action or as a full?
Cantrip, I think, counts as your main action. I believe.
Your main action, okay, yeah. So I've done that because it's one action, yes. And so I've just stayed closer to them, and I said, "Fire can help." And I basically I move the torch in front of me.
Okay.
Sort of defense or try to burn any web that I see in front of me.
Okay. So Aramis, as you light your torch and stand next to Edric is the only one who doesn't have any webbing around them, and they can see both spiders. Edric can notice when this torch and this fire is now appearing, illuminating the room. Edric can see that both spiders have now turned their attention and moved their chittering little heads towards Aramis. Aramis doesn't see it yet, because Aramis is around the corner, but Edric would notice this. Yes.
Am I able to communicate?
Yeah, I'll let you say something. Sure.
All right. I just turn to him and whisper, "They're going to attack you next."
Great. And I keep moving the fire.
Keep moving fire. Okay. That is the end of the round. We're going to go to the top of the next round. Thad, you are currently wrapped in spider silk. Would you like to make a strength check?
Yes, please.
All right.
That's a 14.
On a 14, Thad, you don't do quite as much wriggling out of this spider silk as Edric, but you were able to bust out of the seams and kind of the silk falls to the ground around you. You can still take movement or a bonus action. You are now free from the spider silk.
Yeah, so what Aramis and Edric saw is Thad go, and then just like inhale and just bust out the web, and he's like, "Right, you two take one, I'll take the other, yeah?" And he, as a bonus action, he's going to use Adrenaline Rush, and he's going to dash towards the one spider that's currently in a straight line to him.
Okay. Can he take movement too?
So the Adrenaline Rush causes him to take the dash action.
The dash action, okay.
Which he doesn't need all of that movement to go to the spider, but he also does gain 2 hit points, which is what I wanted. So, nice. so you just see Thad go, just squish the bug, and then you just see him run off with arrows in hand. He put away his actual bow. He just has the arrows in his hand at this. Actually, no. He would have taken out his hammer. And he's just like, and you just see him run, and that's my turn.
All right, Alfredo, you're the only one who cannot see either spider at the moment. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I got no clue what's going on, so I'm gonna just get in there, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, good. So this is 25 feet.
Yes,
I'm gonna move there. Put my guy here. And then I have this thing, Battle Medic. So as a utilize action, I can expend a healer's kit to tend to a creature within 5 feet of myself. And expend one. That creature can expend one of its HP dice, and then you roll that die. The creature regains a number of HP equal to the roll plus 2. I'd like to do that for Thad.
So that Thad can heal some hit points?
Yeah.
Right, Thad, if you want to make that roll, that'd be great.
Alright, yeah, let me do that.
Okay. Plus 2. Great.
Alright, that's a 6 plus 2, so I heal 8.
You're back at max, and you got that extra hit point, 2 hit points from your Adrenaline Rush, I believe.
Yep, and so Thad just goes to Alfredo. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I'll just give Thad a little nod. So that's my action, and then my bonus action Shillelagh, and I got nothing else, so I'm stuck here right behind my boy.
Okay. Next to act is this first giant spider, which was kind of hovering near the western wall of this room. It's going to move forward 5 feet and come down on another thread of spider silk and bite at Alfredo. That is a 9 to hit. It's going to miss. And, okay, it's going to trigger way too many opportunity attacks if it were to retract. So...
Come on, retract, spider. Safer up there.
You know what? Knowing this spider, actually, this spider is going to retract and move 10 feet away. But that is going to give both Alfredo and Thad a reaction to attack him.
Yep.
Alright, so I use my shillelagh thingy.
Okay.
So that now I can just... Do I roll damage or roll the hit first?
Roll the hit first.
Alright. I'm gonna roll the hit. Oh, shit. Damn, only an 11.
11. Are any bonuses to that?
I think it already included it because
Included
it was a
it?
6 plus 5 from the shillelagh bonus.
On an 11, you were going to wield this weapon. It is going to miss this spider, so it's going to move its legs out of the way right as you strike down onto the ground next to it as it's running away from you. So that's a miss. You can go to Thad next if you'd like to react with an attack.
Yep. Thad's gonna try to squish it with his hammer, so he's gonna roll for that. That's a 9. That misses.
That's going to miss. So this spider has dodged both of your attacks. It's going to scurry towards the wall, and it still has 5 more feet of movement. It's going to climb up its spider silk, so it's hovering off the ground. Next act is this next spider. It is going to lean forward and try to bite Thad in the neck. So it's starting to make these chirping noises. It sounds like cockroaches echoing in the room. And as it leans forward to try to stab you with its pincers in your neck, it's got 13 to hit. That is it's gonna miss. Alfredo, you duck out of the way as the spider comes down its spider silk and tries to bite you. And it is now going to retract and move back up into the darkness in the ceiling. But I believe you cannot take another reaction.
No, a reaction is once per.
It's only once per round.
Turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's actually going to move up 20 feet so that it's now much more towards the ceiling. But you can't reach it with melee at the moment. That is the end of that spider's turn. We're going to go next to Edric, who is watching all of this happen. Edric, what would you like to do?
I'm going to... If I move... Let's see. Do you see that on the map when
Yes.
I do drag that? Alright, if I move there, will I have the opportunity to attack both spiders? Well, at separate times, but will I be able to choose which spider?
Yes, you will be able to choose
Alright.
from that position. Correct.
Alright, I'm gonna move right there. Actually, I'm gonna move also down 1 to Alfredo. And then I'm going to attack the spider that just tried to get Thad's neck.
Okay,
and I'm going
that's
to
this
do
one.
that with Firebolt.
Firebolt, okay.
Yes. And I'm going to also roll my d20 first.
Amazing.
16 plus 5, so
Toby,
that's
gonna
21.
hit. That's gonna hit. Roll for damage and tell us how you strike this spider.
Alright, let's first roll for damage. 10! Alright, so... I think for a second, I take a deep breath, and then I say and do my incantation, and I would like for it to hit right in the center of the spider in its main body. And then I look over to Thad, and I said, I tried aiming with my mind.
See? It works, don't it?
And that's where I'll end my turn.
Edric, as you watch this blast of fire hit the center of the spider, the manner in which it burns, the entire cavern is starting to smell like roast pork, like the caramelized bits of roast pork coming off a grill or something like that. It smells weirdly delicious. But you can also tell that this thing is wincing in pain as you struck it with this firebolt. Aramis, what would you like to do?
So I'm definitely moving to closer the room, so I should be able to see both. Did you say that the one in front of that is too high for the melee?
Correct. It's currently
attack?
20 feet in the air, but Edric was able to hit it.
Okay. No, I'm just saying. And is it Thad? What I can see is Thad using a ranged weapon.
Most recently,
No,
would
I
use the
have,
hammer.
Yeah, I swapped out to my hammer.
Okay, and final question. How does this spider look like? So the one in front of Thad, is it the one that Edric just hit?
It looks the most maimed and damaged and mangled compared to the other spider.
Okay, and I noticed they have not actually reacted to the fire, so they're not scared by the fire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice my last first level spell. I'm going to use a magic missile. There are 3 missiles. I'm going to use 2 against Thad's spider and 1 against. So I just have to do not great damage, but it's damage. So 3 different ones. So the first one is 4 points of damage.
Okay.
The second one is 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And those, they go on the one in front of Thad.
And there's no save to that, right?
No. And the second is 2 points of force damage against the other spider.
Aramis notices both spiders, as they take their hits, are kind of like shrinking their bodies inward. The one that's closest to Thad, you've actually managed to nick off an entire piece of leg, and it drops down near Thad's body, making a loud thud, boom, if you will, in the middle of the cavern. And all of you can tell that this spider that's closest to Thad looks like it's on its last legs. Literally. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I did movement, I did that, no bonus action, so yeah.
Okay. Thad, from where you're standing, the spider that's nearly dead is dangling around 20 feet toward the ceiling away from you. What would you like to do?
Could I do as a bonus action switch back out to my longbow?
Of course.
He's like, right, let's get rid of this thing. And so I'm gonna switch back out. Just again, you see one smooth action. Thad just switch out from his hammer back out to his arrow, and he has a notch like you blink, and then it's just there. And so first, attack it with my longbow.
Okay.
Alright. That's a 5, but I'm going to use my heroic inspiration to roll that again.
Okay, let's do it. Good call.
That's an 11. That still misses.
An 11 will still miss. Yeah, so you notch an arrow into the air at the spider, and with the remaining legs, it has still managed to dodge as it clings on to the silken spiderweb.
So you see Thad just he smoothly transitions to the longbow and the arrow, but then he goes to fire, and it's just another ricochet. And then what you also hear is Thad seemingly going to someone. He goes, "I know I miss. You don't need to mention it." and that's his turn.
Alfredo is next to act, and as Thad misses, Alfredo can see that the spider that is closest to Thad, it's starting to salivate, and it's turning its head towards Thad. Alfredo, you can also notice that this spider towards the left of you, that's kind of much closer to the wall, it is turning its attention in your direction and Edric's direction.
Okay, I have a question, because one of my spells says that each creature in a 15-foot cube gets hit. I'm wondering with the height and distance how that would work.
Yeah, so a cube is 3D, so depending on what position you put it from the ground to the ceiling, you can make a determination as to what creatures would be inside there.
Okay, so I'm over here drawing some cubes. So this isn't one, the spell I'm thinking of is Thunder Wave. Mm-hmm. And can I choose who gets hit?
I think with Thunder Wave, everybody in that cube would get hit, and I think, I don't remember if Shillelagh's concentration, but you might lose the Shillelagh if you do that.
I'm not seeing it as... Yeah,
you're right. The spell only ends if you cast it again or if you let go of the weapon. So if you're still holding onto the weapon, I think it should stay.
Yeah. And I'm asking about the spell. The spiders, I know the one was looking at Thad, but is it down or is it up in the air?
It is currently up in the air.
Up in the air? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to try to do some type of Thunder Wave here. I'm going to make sure my squares, because they seem like no matter what. Yeah. So I think I'm going to go to the right over here.
I think pretty much any cube that will hit both spiders will also hit that.
Yeah. Yeah, I might go down here. Would I get an opportunity attack if I scurried in between here? Or if would I get hit by
You
one?
would not trigger one, I don't think, no.
Alright, so I'm gonna move
Because
down
they're
there.
both hovering at the moment, so they wouldn't be able to get you.
Alright, so I'm just gonna go full out. I'm gonna trust the people after me are gonna finish this one off. I'm gonna go full out on Thunderwave straight ahead in front of me. So I'm going to... I rolled a hit or no?
So you are casting Thunderwave.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Thunderwave on this one in front of me.
Only that one in front of you.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I don't want to hit Thad.
That's a safer way to do it, so that doesn't get hit and you don't get hit. All right, I'll let you do it. Go ahead. Do you need an attack roll?
I'm reading it now.
Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you. So actually,
Okay.
Thad and the other spider would also get hit, and you would get.
Oh.
Above
I don't think you
table,
can.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Alright. Sorry about that, Paul. And also Thad. Sorry about that, Thad.
All good.
So yeah, you know what? Screw it. I guess people are getting hit, and we're just gonna deal with the consequences after, I guess.
Okay. All right. Tell us what happens. Go ahead and roll. They need to make a con.
Yeah, you gotta pass 13.
13.
Yeah,
con
you have to
save.
do it. Every person has to do a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Yep. Let me
So-
do that.
Let's do
Thad
that.
and the two spiders.
Both
I did
spiders
it just in
got their
case.
Constitution 6 and a 16. So spider number 1 misses. That's the one closest to you. The one closest to Thad saves.
I got 13.
Okay, so you're gonna get 13's enough.
Oh, good.
Just barely.
So on a failed save, creature takes 2d8. You want to go ahead and roll for damage?
Yes. Okay. 8. Pretty solid.
What kind of damage is it, Alfredo?
Thunder.
Yeah.
Thunder damage? Okay.
Yes, thunder damage.
So,
Yeah.
Alfredo, as you sort of conjure this wave of thunder centering from where you're standing, you push out this energy towards all the creatures around you. The only one that seems damaged by this is the giant spider right in front of you. It looks like its legs have kind of collapsed a little bit in the front, but it's still kind of hanging from the spider silk in the air.
Matt, the person who passes the throw gets half damage.
Half damage.
And those that don't, the full damage, and they're pushed 10 feet.
Aha! So, the spider already at the wall. It can't get pushed any further, I don't think. But the one that took half damage... How much is half damage, Alfredo?
4.
4, yeah.
Thank
4,
you.
4.
And so Thad would also take 4.
Yep.
Right, so Alfredo, you have caused some thunderous pain around the creatures around you. Do you have any other actions you'd like to take?
So yeah, I'm just looking at the spider pissed, hoping that if it comes down, I can actually hit it this time.
Alright. Next to act is the spider that you just hit with the thunder wave. It is now turning its attention to you and spitting spider silk in your direction. I gotta roll a d20. That is a 22 to hit. You, Alfredo, are now enwrapped in this white spider silk, and you cannot move. It's very difficult to see, but Aramis, Edric, and Thad can all see that you are now wrapped in silk and kind of like wriggling on the ground. Sorry about that. It would say... No, it would not say that. It's actually going to move towards you and come and lower itself so that it's 10 feet above you, using your body as a shield. If Thad was going to try to use a weapon on it, so it's using your body kind of as a shield. Actually,
It will not.
it couldn't
Because
hover.
I pushed this.
Yeah, it couldn't hover if it did that. So I apologize. It's going to come all the way down to the ground and use your body as a shield. And Thad would be able to see. It's got its juicy little teeth out, ready to bite you on its next turn.
Is that factoring in the 10 feet away because it failed to save?
Yeah, because it was directly in front of you before. The only direction it could go in would have been the wall. So there's nowhere else for it to go.
Got it.
Next act is this other giant spider. It's going to come down its spider line and lunge towards Thad and try to bite Thad. It's 22 to hit Thad.
Yeah, that hits.
You're going to take some damage. It is... needs to roll a d8. Have have not rolled a d8 today yet. You're going to take 8 points of piercing damage as this creature impales your neck. And in addition, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw because it is trying to inject you with poison, Thad.
10.
10 is not enough. You are going to take some extremely dangerous poison damage. You could tell from these creatures. It's going to do 7 additional points of poison damage. You can feel like it's not quite paralysis, but it feels painful as whatever it is injecting into your neck is causing some burning sensation throughout the upper part of your body.
Yeah, I'm down.
Are you down?
Yep.
Everybody can see Thad is currently down. Alfredo is wrapped in silk. Next to act, Edric.
Well, that sucks. Let me see.
Yes, it does.
Actions to see. Yes. Yeah, it does.
It's like that in lights.
Alright, can I go to Thad? Can I move next to Thad and perform the help action to stabilize him, right?
I think you can, yeah. He's currently
Okay.
poisoned. I just need to look that up. Can you stabilize a poisoned creature?
Okay.
It does not restore hit points, but I believe it prevents him from needing to make death saves. Is that right?
I'm just confused because the help is not that. Like, you would need to do a medicine check with a medicine tools.
Okay.
The help action, I think it gives advantage to ability checks.
Gonna roll.
Well, I'm looking at...
Okay.
I think we have potions.
Yeah.
Could give him a
Well, what's called? Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I just... He's not wrapped up. So, okay. I just kneel down next to Thad, and I hastily pull out of my pocket my healing potion that I have, and I tip it into his mouth.
You pour it into his mouth, and you can see a reaction from Thad as his body is starting to heal from the bite damage that overtook him earlier. So he's now stabilized and will be able to take an action on his next turn.
Yeah, for how much I heal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
2d4
I think it's 2d4.
is 2d4 plus 2.
Thank you.
Alright.
2d4 plus 2.
Should I roll for you, or would you like to roll?
It's
No,
your
you should roll.
potion, so you roll.
Yeah, you should roll. You administered it.
Alright. 2d4. Is it plus 2 for both, or plus 2 for just
Total.
one?
Plus 2 once.
Total.
Okay. So I rolled a 3 and a 1, so that's 6 points of healing.
Alright. That
You see
is...
Thad wake up and you're like, oh, God, what the fuck is this cave? Oh, appreciate you. As he gives you a slap on the back.
Yeah, Edric, even though you've healed your ally here, you can notice some pretty deep puncture wounds in Thad's neck. It looks like Thad will definitely need some more healing after this.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Last to act this round, Aramis.
Okay. Definitely uncomfortable by all this situation. There's not much I can do for Alfredo. I'm definitely not running there. That spider in front of me. You know what? I'm gonna try the crossbow again.
Okay.
16.
Okay, 16 hits. Tell us the damage.
1d8 plus 2. Okay, it's 5.
Aramis, tell us how you kill this spider.
Very likely that Aramis at this point with a fire on the one hand and death around him for the first time, or what he feels it can be threatening for the first actual time. I feel like he would probably use the crossbow, and a little bit of help by luck, he almost in a panic mode he uses a weapon, which is not something he's necessarily super comfortable with, but he has a teeny tiny of training, and so I can see him basically moving with the fire, putting the fire in front of him very close to the crossbow as a guidance, and go for it. Probably the recoil is much, like, he performs the recoil much stronger than it's actually supposed to be, but when he sees that he hit, and then I understand he sees the spider falling on the ground is definitely, did I do that? That kind of reaction. And then he's like, oh yeah, I did that. You know, like a kid satisfied with what he just did.
Amazing. And with that spider collapses to the ground in front of Thad and Edric. Thad, as you're starting to heal up, you realize that there's one more spider left in this room, and it is currently hiding behind your friend Alfredo, who is wrapped in spider silk. So, Thad, what would you like to do?
That's gonna be like, great shot! See? You're aimed with the mind. Now we can move.
I used my mind!
He's like, now we can move. Oh, wait a damn second. There's a fucking other one. Right. So, I'm gonna use. So, I would say that I would have like collapsed to the ground if I was out. So, I'm gonna use half my movement to get up. It's like, right. And I'm gonna, as a bonus action, gonna use Adrenaline Rush again to sprint over to Alfredo.
Okay.
With still the longbow in hand, so that's the dash action, and and then I'm gonna make a attack with my longbow at the spider as I rush past him so that the spider can't hide.
Go for it.
Nope, that's a 7.
So the arrow is gonna ping off the wall and fall on the ground in between the spider and Alfredo.
And that's my turn, as I just go to Alfredo. He's like, don't worry, mate. You just need to flex. That's it.
Alfredo, it's your turn. You're currently wrapped in spider silk. Would you like to make a strength check and break out of this?
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right. Go ahead and roll strength.
I'm at +0.
See what happens.
14.
14 is enough. Alfredo surprises himself as he bursts out of a spider as if it were some sort of flimsy fabric. That's your main action. What else would you like to do, Alfredo?
I mean, that's kind of it. I guess I would cast Shillelagh because I was wrapped up. I don't know if that's still active.
Yeah, I'm reading it. It said the spell ends if you cast it or let go of the weapon. I'm gonna say, just for flavor, you were able to hold on to your weapon even though you were wrapped up, so you don't have to roll it again or cast it again.
Alright, so that's it for me.
Next to act is this giant spider. It is standing right. It's hovering. It's using Alfredo to hide, but it is now going to use Alfredo to bite on. So it's gonna lean forward with its chittering little teeth and try to strike Alfredo in the face. That is a 25 to hit. Alfredo, you've been maimed in the face by this spider. You're gonna take 4 points piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution save because it is trying to inject you with some sort of spiderous poison.
I am, because I'm a Hell Dwarf, I'm resistant to poison. So
Okay.
Don't know what that means, but
Resistant means you would take half damage if you do get struck.
alright. And you said con, is that right?
Constitution save.
Okay, so we got a 14.
14 is enough. You're gonna take half damage. Half damage is 6 points of poison damage. It's at this point also that, Thad, you notice that you still feel a shocking bit of heat in your neck where you were injected by this poison earlier, which causes you to be unsure if you are actually fully healed of this spider's poison.
Okay, I have 1 hit point.
1 hit point. All right, Alfredo's still in it. Next to act is Edric.
All right, is the spider visible for me?
You can see it. It is.
All right.
It is next to Alfredo on the
Okay, and if I missed on firebolt, damn it, would I risk hitting my beloved party members?
Well, it depends on how nice of a DM I am.
That's what I'm asking.
Alfredo can take it. Alfredo, just hit me.
Let's roll and see what happens.
Thad would also not mind if you hit him to get the bad guy.
I mean,
okay.
Alfredo does have 1 hit point. You might mind.
Alfredo's ready to die at this point.
Jesus. All right. Then I scream, watch out, and then I'm going to roll to hit with Firebolt.
Okay.
All right, that's 11 plus 5, so that's a
That's
6.
enough.
It's a plus 5.
That's
okay,
enough. Go
16.
ahead and roll for damage. That's enough.
Perfect. Where's there? I'm going to use the tie-dye one. All right, that is a 9.
Wow.
So I hit.
Yeah, tell us how and
Sorry,
where.
I thought you were going to say something else.
No, tell us how and where you strike this spider with your firebolt.
The spider's just like on the floor, right? It's not on the ceiling or anything.
Yep.
All right. So I say a prayer to whatever God will take me at this point, and I do my little hand motion, and I just hurl it at the ground near it, and by the grace of whatever God heard me, it hit. And I will. Yeah, I'm going to end my turn from there.
As you strike this creature with your firebolt, you also notice that the fire has singed any connection it had to the spider silk that was still hanging from the ceiling, and you have burned off enough of its legs that it only has about 3 or 4 legs that look like they are still intact and moving. So you can tell, everybody can tell, the spider's almost dead. Good job, Edric. Last to act this round, Aramis.
Fantastic. So if it went well once, why don't you try again? I'm gonna go with the crossbow again.
Mm-hmm.
This time on this other beautiful creature. Let me see.
17, did you say?
Yeah.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Only 3, unfortunately.
Tell us where you're aiming and how you hit this spider.
I think he's getting cocky, but actually starting to wonder whether magic is his path. No, but yeah, definitely it would go towards the body. I don't feel he would feel comfortable with aiming specifically at the legs. It feels like it's not my thing. But that's what definitely looking at. Probably just imagining how disgusting the front part of a spider can be was probably aiming there, hoping to get it to stop it, basically, from biting other people.
As you strike this spider, the bolt from your crossbow has lodged itself in one of its hundreds of eyes in its head, and you can see that it's leaking fluid onto the ground. The fluid is bouncing off the ground and flicking onto Alfredo's skin, and you can tell that the way that its guts are kind of falling out of its face, that it is almost dead, Aramis. So well done. That is the end of the round. Next to act, Thad. There's an almost dead spider next to you and an almost dead Alfredo also next to you.
I am going to I'm just going to throw my longbow to the ground, and I'm going to take out an arrow to do a melee attack with the arrow on the spider instead. He's like, I have fucking had enough of these damn things in this cave. As I go to try to attack it with the arrow, just like how I killed the rat.
Do it. Go for it.
That's another 11.
You mightily attempt to melee this spider, but you miss, and as it dodges, you notice its hundreds of eyes are sort of blinking at you, and then it is turning its attention towards you, Thad. But you miss.
Here's a question. So I have a bonus action still, and would you count an arrow as light so that I could do 2-weapon fighting and swing at it again with just the arrow? It doesn't have the property of light, but it is an arrow.
I'll let you do it. For flavor, I'll let you do it. Why not?
So if that goes to swing at it again, that's a 17. That hits.
17 hits.
So I will roll for damage with the arrow as I just go, you won't get away from me, you damn thing! And so that is, that is 9 piercing damage as I just go, you damn thing! And I finally get it through one of its center eyes.
As you smash into one of its center eyes, it lets out this horrid shriek. Eee! And guts flow out of its body, landing on the ground, splashing onto you and to Alfredo. The body convulses as what remains from your weapon stays lodged in this spider's head. I'm going to give everybody, for finding this area on the map, as well as killing these spiders. I'm going to give everybody 105 experience points, and then ask you to tell me what you'd like to do next as we go out of battle.
Alright, 105 experience.
105, correct.
Can Thad investigate the corpses and make either a nature or a medicine check to try to get some of their poison?
I would be doing the same for sure.
Alright, so I'm going to have you do a medicine check first to see if you can find the proper location, and then a dexterity check after if your medicine passes.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so you can both make those checks independently.
That's an at one.
I got a 16.
Alright, so Alfredo's the only one successful at this. You locate it. I'd like you to take a dexterity check next. I'm sorry, sleight of hand check to see if you can slice it correctly. Thad, you have not only not found poison in the proper place, but you have mistakenly caused the sack to burst, and it floods the floor with what little venom remained in this creature's body.
Thad dejectedly goes, "Oh, I'm also just gonna cure wounds on myself."
Okay.
It's an 11.
11's enough. You're able to extract what amounts to 1 vial of spider venom.
Nice.
Fun.
I would like to go to the back. Well, I guess north on the map.
Yes.
And see those peculiar mozzarella-sized. I wouldn't say packages, but on the map they look like they're wrapped in spider silk. So I'm going to investigate that.
So Edric,
I'm going with him.
Edric and Aramis, now that you're both closer to these 3 small packages that looked from a distance that they were wrapped in paper, you can actually now see that they are all sort of organic material. It very much looks like spider silk. If either of you want to make a nature check to investigate further, I'll let you both do it.
All right, I'll do a nature check for shits and
12?
12!
I got a 4 and I have no additions or subtractions.
With the 12, Aramis, you can tell that using logic as well as your skills of observation, you can guess that these 3 sacks are baby spiders that are going to burst within the next few days. Because the sacks will burst soon. If you want to get rid of them, you should burn them.
Burn them.
Or
yes.
You have another option if you don't want to murder these spider babies.
Oh, no, I have no problem with doing that. So I'm definitely going there with my tie. I still holding
you still have the torch. Yeah.
Late torch, and so I'm gonna go there and with perhaps a little bit of satisfaction, especially because their parents were just trying to murder us. I'm gonna go immediately to burn that, and I literally say burn, 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 burn. You know when you like get almost evil because you're scared, actually. So it's more like that. Like Edric, that is nearby, can definitely understand that Aramis is not comfortable at all with spiders.
Excellent. What would people like to do next?
How's everybody feeling? Because I don't know. I'm just discovered that I'm an expert and skilled hunter, apparently, with my crossbow, but my energies are depleted, at least so far as my magic ability. So I was wondering whether we should have at least going. I wouldn't want to meet the wizard without any magical ability. And I look especially at Edric because it's the other magic wielder specifically.
I am I'm fine more or less, but I'm just worried about the rest, the part like Alfredo and Thad. So I'm perfectly content to take a rest because I'm also a bit frazzled because not too fond of spiders, especially large ones. So I'm good with a rest.
Yeah, Thad.
A short or a long?
Or a long? Oh, that's a question.
I don't really know the difference, but Thad on 1 HP is begging probably like...
You want to rest longer, then.
Yeah, Thad's a little, he's usually a little chill, and he's not, he's very go now.
Well, so Thad did do cure wounds, except he didn't do magic to himself, and in casting an incantation. What you see him doing is doing push-ups in the corner, being like, "Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go." And then he gets up. He's like, "Whew, right, yeah, rest. I can do that." And he's also going to go to Alfredo and go, "You all right, mate?"
Say no. No,
And he goes, he's going to slap you on the back. He's like, "Well, come on, get better. Do some push-ups." And he's going to cast Cure Wounds on you to do his other spell slot. And he's also going to give Edric his potion. He's like, "Oh, mate, yeah. You must use that juice on me. Here."
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
He's going to give you his potion. And I'm going to cast my other Cure Wounds to heal Alfredo.
Okay.
So you heal 8 points.
Oh, hell yeah.
As he encourages you to do some push-ups.
Alfredo tries his best with, like, his new... It's like, yeah, I thought this Thad guy was insane, but maybe he's onto something. He starts banging out some push-ups.
If we do rest for longer, we should probably... We're not that far into this hot pocket, so maybe we should leave and then come back. Especially since we killed the spiders and their younglings.
Yeah, you're right. We just entered. I forgot about this. I think it would be the best option. The extraordinary chef didn't seem to be necessarily to wanted us to conclude everything tonight, so we could continue tomorrow morning.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go resting.
The party decides to make their way back to the Kettle of Mussels pub. A little bit bruised and battered. In fact, on their walk back to the pub, both Alfredo and Thad are walking much slower than normal. Thad is kind of like nursing the puncture wounds. There seems to be some lingering effect of this spider poison that's impacting your ability to walk. So as you return to the pub, it's somewhere around 10 something at night. A couple people are no longer there, so behind the pub you see Yoshiko, the younger bartender. There is a gnome woman that you met earlier who's drinking once again by herself in the corner. Bilma Thistleshield, who was your driver and guide to Paranch, is standing in the main area, kind of eating a late dinner. And you also notice somebody standing directly north of you that most of you have never met before. They've got like bright pink hair and bangs. They're wearing like a very soft, almost velour tracksuit. Their midsection, their midriff is showing. And when the party enters, this character dressed in pink takes 5 steps forward, notices Edric, and then turns around and puts her hands onto the bar and starts like shaking, like doing a happy dance. And she waves at you. "Hi, Edric! Hi, Edric! I'm here!"
I'm trying to... Is this Zola? Alright, I sheepishly go up to them and I say, "Hi, Zola. Didn't expect to see you here. How are you?"
She turns around and she's like moving her shoulders, doing another happy dance, and she's like, Babe, I'm here to help with the charity tomorrow. Is that why you're here?"
No, not for the... well, kind of, in a way. I'm here to help, Chef Whamsy, with... Well, we brought, these, like, mozzarella balls to him, and then he was like, "Oh, I think you should, like, go take care of these, like, pickpockets that tried to steal the mozzarella," and we just got back from that, and, well, it's been a night. I wasn't expecting to see you. How are you?
She's still moving her shoulders and doing a happy dance, and she's like, "Babes, you have so many cool-looking friends over there. I'm fantastic. I love charity. I'm very into philanthropy right now, and so I wanted to help with making the dough and pizzas with Chef tomorrow. I'm also learning something about the culinary arts."
That's wonderful. Let me introduce you to the rest of my friends that I made along the way.
She seems very excited and happy as she walks over to the rest of you. She introduces herself. Hi, everybody. I'm Edric's friend, Soleth. How are you?
Edric, who's this lady?
They're a friend. We grew up in the orphanage in Silent Falls together. But like times have changed. They went to go be in this Peranch. There we are. And I was just going all over, seeing what, trying to find jobs, make money, the life. We go way back.
Well, I see. And Thad goes to extend his hand to shake hands. Thad, nice to meet you.
She excitedly shakes your hand. She's jumping up and down. She's also doing another happy dance. Oh, so nice to meet you. I love meeting Edric's friends. Edric, the fact that you have friends, I'm so impressed.
Is she also an elf?
Judging from her ears, you think she's probably human.
Ah, okay, good.
I'm making an insight check or something.
Okay, to do what?
I think Alfredo sees how red or pink their hair is.
Okay.
And he would live alone in the woods and stuff, and he's thinking I'm a natural redhead. So how is this person? People that dye their hair, oh no.
Go for it. Go ahead and make
on?
an insight check. Very interesting.
Only an 11.
11 is enough to know that this hair color is not natural, and Edric would also kind of be surprised because Edric has not seen Solith with this hair color or outfit before. Solith looks like a completely different person than what they recall from the orphanage.
Alfredo just silently is just I knew it.
So Solith turns to all of you and says, well, do you have rooms, babes?
No, actually, we were coming back to hopefully rent one for the night, because we're a little banged up.
It's at this moment that Bilma walks forward, and Solith takes a step back, and Bilma looks at all of you, and she sees how battered and bruised you are, and she says, so, it seems like you survived the pickpockets. Did you get them all?
Interesting question. We are halfway. We're working on that. But we just met some, unfriendly... I need to, get better, and tomorrow we try again.
Okay.
And I'm sure we will succeed. Do you happen to know if we have rooms upstairs?
Yes, indeed. Whamsy has set aside rooms for all of you. There are 2 doubles and 1 single for the...
I'm gonna go the single, thank you.
Okay, so the rest of you can figure it out. As Bilma explains this, Solith kind of turns around, does another happy dance with his shoulders, and says, Edric, we can sleep in the same room, the same we used to in the orphanage if you want, and catch up on old times.
I'm so awkward. So I'm just sure. How many beds are in the room?
Babes, there's I only came by myself. I didn't know you were going to be here, so I only have a single.
Thad's gonna quickly run up to Edric and take both shoulders, trying to act as women. He's like, he'd love to.
Okay.
I just stand there going, sure, we can, yeah, sure, why not? Sure.
Alfredo's he walks up really quietly and is their hair color is not natural. Can we trust this person? What are their intentions?
I kind of turn away from Solith and whisper back and be like, it's been too long. I have no clue what is going on right now.
Thad just goes, you're gonna do great, mate. You just gotta have confidence.
I think Hermes looks at all of that, judges not too silently all of that is happening, and I think it just goes to the I don't remember the gnome's name, asking, okay, which room is fine?
So Bilma gives everybody the keys to their rooms and explains where they are upstairs, and the party can decide how much more time they'd like to spend on the floor or what else they'd like to do.
I would probably just start in the room. I need to sleep and then study. Mm-hmm. Well, trance.
I'm good with going upstairs and trying to I don't know what's going on. Can I make it? Hold up. Before we go upstairs, can I make an insight check to see what's going on with Solith? What's their intentions with me?
Go ahead and make an insight check. You can do it with advantage because you've known them for so long, but it has been a while since you've spent time with each other.
Okay. 19.
All right.
Oh, wait, that's without... okay, 22.
22! Wow. Edric, you know your friend from so long ago, and you always remember Solith being somebody interested in charity and giving back because of the hard circumstances that caused her to be put in an orphanage to begin with. So you do remember her as a genuine friend, someone that you used to play games outside with and do little fun adventures around the orphanage and the town that you grew up in. It's unusual that you didn't know she was going to be here, but you feel like she's being genuine and that her intentions are honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Catching up as an old friend. You're not detecting anything else.
Sounds good.
I know last time this person in the top left of the screen was muttering about something kind of in a drunk stupor, something nature-related. So I think Alfredo, after seeing that Edric seems to be in like relatively fine hands, he might like eavesdrop or like go near enough to assess like, is this person coherent, or are they going to drunkenly babble again?
As Alfredo makes his way closer to this person who's drinking by herself, once again, her name is Girthna Stoutcakes. She beckons you over and says, Mate! The mead is overflowing. I'm overflowing. I have no time to talk because I need to find the latrine. Where is it? Is it indoors or outdoors? And she starts stumbling towards the front door as you head in her direction.
Alright, Alfredo's gonna nod and go to his room.
Okay. So it seems like we're making our way upstairs. Is that right? So I'm just gonna point to on the map where everyone is going. Aramis, your room is gonna be here in this bottom right-hand corner. That's the single. So that's a room by yourself. Solith's room is gonna be directly in where Solith is standing. It's a single. So Solith is like got her arm out and she's bouncing up and down. She's really excited and happy to see Edric, and she's kind of indicating like, "Don't worry, we'll figure out a way. We can sleep head to toe, whatever you want to do in that room." And then the other double would be this room over here. So that is Thad and Alfredo. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Really quick, when Edric's friend says we can sleep head to toe, Thad's, can I go to Edric and again like whisper, but can I do an intimidation roll and be like, don't you dare sleep head to toe?
Wait, who are you trying to intimidate, Solith or Edric?
Edric to not do that.
Can I roll against?
Yeah,
Thad?
I'll let you roll again, so you can both roll.
I give Edric guidance.
Thank you!
Okay.
Alright, I have to be the 7. Alright, I don't need it, I got a nat 20.
Peer pressure.
I just turn to Thad and say, we're friends, nothing more.
Right. And Thad goes to his room.
Okay.
I'm noticing that the room that Thad and Alfredo are both going to, as they cross the threshold to enter this room, they both notice that where they were punctured by the spiders, it's still giving off like a heat sensation, and neither of them are feeling quite themselves. So something is going on with this poison. So it's at this moment that Solith kind of enters her room and calls Edric to follow inside. Thad and Alfredo have entered their room. Aramis looks like he's already entered his space. And what would everybody like to do from here?
Thad just goes to Alfredo. Oi, mate. Ever since that spider bit you, you feel funny.
And I look back at Thad and I said, yeah, I've kind of been thinking the same about you, Thad.
Yeah, your neck. You don't look too good. Even after the push-ups. That usually does it.
Yeah, I kind of like feel weird. And looking at you, Thad, I feel like something like heat. Do you have a fever?
Oh, people always say I'm hot, mate. Ha! But no, I do feel unusually warm.
Alfredo rolls his eyes and then he's like, alright. So I have this vial. And I pull it out. And I'm like, maybe I'll have to make a nature check or medicine check to see if this could help be? Is it a one serving, or can I even use it at all, type of thing?
Yeah, I'll tell you without having to roll. So the vial of spider poison that you have could infect another creature, and you would know from your training if you were to put like a weapon in it or dip a bolt or an arrow into it, then that item or that weapon could infect somebody else with this poison.
Damn.
DM question. If you have a poisoner's kit, because I have a poisoner's kit, if you have poison, could you theoretically also make an anti-venom if you roll high enough?
You could.
So Thad takes out from his sack a bunch of vials and various solutions. He's like, "Oi, mate, so I take it that's spider venom. So what I say is we can make healing venom. I've seen my siblings do it before. They use magic to do it, but I've made plenty of hallucinogens before in university. I'm sure we can figure this out."
Yeah, after today, Alfredo's looking at Thad like he could do no wrong. Like he almost died, came back to life, killed something. So I've just above board. I have a good medicine check. So in game, Alfredo's just looking straight into Thad's eyes, meeting this level of locked in, and he just nods.
Between the two of you, there is a kit and some spider venom that, with your knowledge, you know that it is possible to make an antidote. But I would want to know who among you wants to do it.
I would say you should do it, but maybe if I help you to get advantage.
Alright. Can do that, yeah.
Okay. That's a very good way of doing it. So I'm going to have you roll medicine at advantage, Alfredo, which just means you roll d20 twice and you take a higher amount. And also, Alfredo, do you have a proficiency with a medicine kit or herbalism kit?
Oh. Forgery and herbalism.
So it's not the same as a medicine kit.
So I could do it, and you can help me by being if you want to do it that way, because I have proficiency with the poisoner's kit.
Could do it that way.
Yeah, above board, whatever's highest. Alfredo's here to support. He doesn't care who does it.
So do you want to roll medicine then, Thad?
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's an advantage.
Yep. And I also just want to double check with proficiency, because hold on. If you have proficiency, add your proficiency bonus to that. That's
correct.
Good. I need that.
Yeah.
That's what you get with playing a dumb character.
Uh-huh.
So I can add a +2 on top of advantage to that. So
I see you have a -1 for your check, so it evens out to a +1, I think, right? +2.
Yes.
+1, yeah.
So both of those are a 16.
Huh. You feel fairly confident that you have created an antidote that is good enough to heal the poison from one creature.
Locked in, Thad's just alright, so I put the powder in here. Now I don't add the venom this time, because that makes it hallucinogen. No, we do it this way. Bang! And he's like, I think this will work. You should take it, mate. You earned it.
Oh, shit. Alfredo, especially after that battle, was just I don't know if I can do that. I don't deserve.
Please, I insist.
He's Alfredo's emotional now. He's tearing up. He's that I can't. You deserve it, though.
Please, I messed up on my own spider. You got the poison.
Don't you say that, Thad. Don't you dare. Not in front of me. You're a king, Thad.
As are you, mate.
Alright, so this happened. This back and forth occurs for 30 minutes. Just way too long. And then I guess Alfredo might cave if Thad won't and take it.
As this argument is taking place, from next door you can hear banging on the wall. And you hear Solith shouting at you, "Just take the antidote! Take it already and go to bed!"
I like her.
Alfredo goes real quick. He's sorry. And then I'll take it.
Okay. Alfredo, you feel this miraculous relief as the spider wounds are starting to clot up, and you no longer feel encumbered in any part of your body by the poison you had taken earlier. Thad, on the other hand, still feels somewhat weakened by this poison.
And can I make a medicine check on Thad? Not to cure him, but to see if, without any other venom or poison, if 8 hours go by, will he still be okay?
Yeah, well, without a check, I can say that your character would know that if you were to come across another spider like this, and you had the materials, that you could create another antidote. You do get the effect that there is some potential paralysis that could occur if the poison is left untreated for a long enough amount of time.
Okay. So I'll relay that to everybody.
Guys, she's like, I understand. Let's go have to break out some handstand push-ups in the morning. That'll do it.
I might be nosy. If Edric's friend was talking through the wall, I think I might be nosy back and get a perception or insight or something, just to see, like, what's going on.
Okay. How does Aramis prepare for this long rest?
Very likely, and I think it's something I will always do. I use, as a ritual, detect magic. So every time I go sleeping somewhere, I just want to verify, because it's a ritual, I don't spend spell slots. So just to see if there's anything, any alarm that I was supposed to know about, like a little bit paranoid, but, but otherwise, no, it would probably... The aim is to study, so probably we'll just go to trance for 4 hours and then go back to his books if nothing happens in the meantime.
Aramis is actually very pleased with his setup in this single room, as he's the only one with a private bath. There was some nice water there. Aramis was definitely able to relax and learn the things that he wanted to in preparation for the next day. It just feels like a really good night, and he accomplished a lot for this young lad.
It's a good night for him.
Meanwhile, Solith and Edric have been catching up in the room next door to Thad and Alfredo. Solith is kind of sitting with just like half of her back on the bed. She's like leaning on the bed, and she's so happy. Edric! I'm so excited that we ran into each other. I can't believe you're helping Chef Whamsy with the charity. You're a good guy after all. I knew it. I knew it from when we were younger.
Thanks. I'm trying to. I wasn't expecting to be in town, but I'm trying to do some good while I'm here. Doesn't help that I can get rewarded for it in the process. And it's more honest than the other things I've done. So that's pretty good.
That's true. That's definitely true. And she kind of gives you that wink, acknowledging that maybe you have gotten into some mischief in your youth. She's kind of nodding her head and kind of bopping around to music that only she can hear in her head. And she says, "But how did you link up with these interesting people that you're with? I don't remember you being so outgoing and friendly before, but I'm seeing a new Edric before me. Is this? Have you evolved, Edric? I'm so proud of you."
I'm doing my best. It doesn't. People don't really like it when you're saying odd shit at odd times. So I'm trying to become more normal.
Okay.
More normal. Yeah, it's so far going pretty good. Yeah. Like I just saw this ad in the city square, and I figured why not? Like, why not travel for once in my life?
She's like putting her knuckles on her chin and leaning forward, like, "Oh my goodness!" And Chef Whamsy, how is he? How close have you gotten to him? Did you figure out any of his secrets yet?
No, I don't. I spoke. I basically told him that I would divide the coin, and that's about it. Because he rewarded us for fighting off those bandits. But I haven't gotten to know him that well. Yet.
Knowing you, Edric, you're going to keep your eye on Chef Whamsy, aren't you? You're going to see if he's on the up and up, or if maybe he's got some other purposes for writing that cookbook of his.
Yeah, I'm nosy. And then my nickname around the orphanage was Scoop growing up, so I hope I can figure out something.
I remember old Scoop and the things we used to do. Growing up, just I hear things every now and again about the people in this province, and Chef Whamsy is a funny one. He's very good at his craft, but how did he get there? How did he get so good so fast? And why? Like, why is he writing this fancy cookbook? What does he have to prove? Babes, when we grew up together in the orphanage, we never met people like this, and I just find him fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, what's called? I'm not a wizard, so we know that I'm not the most book smart of anyone. But like, aren't those wizard types always like obsessed with learning and stuff like that?
But
I don't know. You bring up a valid point.
Edric, do you think he's learning just to gain new knowledge and help people, or is he learning to do something else?
Well, when I met him, he seemed a very generous guy. But as we all know, that you can always have a front up. You look at this hand, not at this hand. So I'm gold driven, so I'm going to, of course, try to finish off these bandits. But I'm also, you bring up a valid point. I'm interested to see what happens after this.
Are you gonna kill the bandits, or what are you gonna do to those bandits?
Well, I can't remember if they wanted us to like just capture or kill. But lately things have been going real violent, so might as well when in Rome, or when in. Hold up, let me pull up the map. When in
Paran?
I'll name a city, a real life city. Yeah,
Okay.
when in Paran. Yeah, might as well. I guess. I don't know. I'm not pro violence, but I'm not anti violence.
Oh.
I'm neutral violence.
I'm neutral violence too, babes. Like, that's the way that we had to do it when we were growing up. Situations would happen, and we were poor, and so if we needed to take an apple here or there, if we need to swipe a jar of honey here and there, if we needed to scoop up some money that somebody left sitting on a park bench, we would do such things, because that's what we had to do to keep ourselves healthy in life. And I always knew you were a good one, Edric, and I wish you the best. Maybe I can fetch something for you from our hometown, so the next time I see you, I can help you on your ways. But if you stick around and you want to help with making the dough or making the pizzas tomorrow at the charity, you could do that. Or I don't know, if this Whamsy guy really trusts you, maybe he'll hire you more permanently, and you would actually have a real paying job for a change.
Ain't that the truth? God, that sounds lovely. To have a real job. I guess I would love to help out with like making the dough and everything else, but I feel like I'm better suited now at this point in my life to like going out and like checking out that cave more. So maybe if I have time afterwards, but no promises. I'll try to manage my time the best I can.
All right, babes. Well, if you need any help from me, I'm going to be sticking around for helping to cook at the charity tomorrow. But I'll send a message back to anybody as Simon Falls if you wish. I'm just so excited to see you and see that you have friends and that you have a real job, and I'm just so proud of you. And she's kind of tearing up a little bit, and like she's like bouncing back and forth, like, it's so hard for anybody to leave an orphanage and make a life for themselves, but you're doing it. I look up to you.
Thank you. I go up to her and kind of give her a really awkward pat on the back, and then shrink away and be like, okay. Try to empathize and stuff like that. Wait a minute. So you're doing charity work here. What have you been doing recently, other than charity work?
I'm researching recipes involving cheese and seafood, not necessarily in the same recipe. I'm just interested in different ingredients. You know, growing up in the orphanage, it would be a treat to have some mutton every now and again. They didn't give us a lot of protein in that orphanage. When we got fish and then Freitag, I loved it growing up, and so I'm really interested in collecting recipes, and my hope is that by helping Whamsy, maybe I can learn something, absorb something from the atmosphere. Maybe I can learn from you if you come back from finding these bandits. I feel like this is my way to give back and do something good. If I can learn how to cook, then maybe I can open an orphanage and do something nice for a change.
Yeah, that sounds lovely. If I somehow get Chef Whamsy's good graces. I'll definitely try to put in a good word for you.
Oh, thank you, Edric. You're a good one. And if you run into anybody who specializes in like cheese or seafood or anything like this, let me know, and I'll do what I can to help you back. I always got your back.
Thank you. I'll keep an eye out.
And with that, she kind of like pulls the covers over her head and starts to fall asleep.
All right. I put a little pillow in between us, and then I also fall asleep.
Everybody in our party is turning in for a nice long rest as the clock approaches midnight. Nothing incredible happens during your sleep. I'm going to go ahead and give everybody an additional 100 experience points for advancing the plot and opening up some new rooms on the map. Everybody wakes up on this fall Samstag morning here in the city of Paranch in a pub known as the Kettle of Mussels. Everybody feels a little bit stronger, braver, wiser, more prepared for the activities in the day to come. When Solith and Edric wake up, Edric notices that the pillow that was in between them seems to have multiplied as Solith is sleeping without a pillow, and now there are 2 pillows in between them on this bed. And as she sort of scrapes the stuff out of her eyes and looks over at Edric, she says, "It's gonna be a good day, isn't it, babes? You're gonna get those bandits, right?"
Yeah, we're gonna all do our best. That's all we can do.
And you're gonna be on the lookout for recipes for your old friend Solith, right?
Of course, I'll keep my eyes out.
I knew you would. And she lazily leans over and says, "I'm not going to breakfast. I'm just gonna sleep. I'm helping with a charity later, so I gotta take care of myself. But I wish you the best today. Wish you blessings."
Thank you. I wish you the same with working with 30 later.
All right, Edric. Scoop. See you later. She falls back asleep.
See ya. And I'll head out the door.
It's at this moment when Edric walks out the door that Alfredo and Thad are kind of busily preparing themselves for the day's morning.
Good morning. How'd you sleep?
I did my 4 hours of a trance, and I just twiddled my thumbs for the next 4, so I was fine.
Very good. Very good. And Thad still... You're getting the vibe that Thad, you don't know if he's just not a morning person, or if something is wrong. You can't quite tell, but he's just like, he seems like unfocused. Yeah, so he's just spaced out, and he goes to Alfredo. He sees you looking over the edge, and he goes, "Don't mention the screaming. It was nothing, alright?"
Alfredo just looks at all the people in this little conversation triangle, and just nods his head.
Yeah, I heard you 2 arguing last night. You were quite loud.
Oh, what? Think that spider got to me. But new day. I'm better now.
Yeah, Thad has me on this new workout program where you just keep doing like push-ups at all hours of the day, and worked out for one of them. I'm feeling great this morning, I'll be honest. So you should try it.
Okay. And Edric goes down to do 1 push-up and is shaking on the up, and then just falls to the ground. Okay, I'll keep at it.
And Matt, question.
Yes.
With the long rest, is my poisoned condition gone? Or is it still there?
When Thad wakes up in the morning, Thad notices some soreness and some heat where he was punctured by the spider from the prior day. And this concerns Thad that maybe there is going to be some lingering effect from the poison later today.
Okay, in that case, what I'm going to do, he's going to notice that even, as soon as he wakes up, he's going to notice that after the wild night that he had, not sure if it was a fever dream or what, and so Alfredo's going to see, as he wakes up, Thad's on the floor doing handstand push-ups, so I'm going to use my 5 points of lay on hands to purify poison.
Okay.
It's like, so what Alfredo sees is Thad going, 98, 99, 100. And, whew, yeah. Handstand push-ups did do the trick.
That's quickly becoming like a demigod type of like character. I think Alfredo, like, he was really living in solitude, kind of swore off humans, and is just in awe of the shit that Thad does on like an hourly basis.
Thad notices there's significantly less pain and soreness from the puncture wounds after after laying on hands. And it's at this moment that the door to Aramis's room begins to creak open.
Yeah, I just want to say that when I studied this morning, I also used as a ritual find familiar. I want a cat. We are exploring. We might need to send a cat exploring. And so I think if the door opens, the black cat is the first thing that comes out of it.
Okay.
And then you see the elf that it has. Took advantage of only the 4 hours he needs to sleep. So and the private bathroom. So definitely squeaky clean. That's my cat. Beautiful. Probably though the other thing I would have done, but just for game flavor, I'm definitely spend the morning. At least an hour basically sampling the different kind of cheeses that I have with me, trying to achieve visions, failing very likely, and so I think I come out squeaky clean, but there's also this lingering cheese smell around him that really contrasts with this elf, very pretentious high elf that comes out of the room. And I think it sees everybody there, and it says, "Good morning. I find you well."
Oh, morning.
Do you feel ready to keep going?
Yeah, I think
Shall
Alfredo
we?
also looks at the cat and thinks of his own find familiar, which would be his rat, Ratatouille, of course. And I think he will think about it and not cast a ritual find familiar now because of the obvious duel, right? He doesn't want Ratatouille getting murdered by another find familiar. But just know that he gives a knowing look at Aramis, and I don't think Aramis would know that Alfredo has a find familiar rat, but he gives him a knowing look.
No, probably Aramis just makes a weird smile and probably at this point, but he does look at the others and says, "Should we try to stock with some potions before we take care of the pickpockets?"
Right, yeah. I'd like to get a shield and restock on my arrows too, if we can.
I'm sure we can find all of these in town.
Sounds good.
Edric, did you have playful? Lovely night.
It was all right. It was good. It was good catching up with an old friend.
I'm glad to hear. Shall we?
Sounds good.
Real quick, Alfredo looks and goes, speaking of, where are they?
They're back in the room. They wanted to sleep more because they're helping with the
right.
Right. As that gives you, he tries to be subtle, but it is not subtle of a wink, and he goes to head downstairs.
Definitely go downstairs. I would not eat anything else. I wouldn't need, but I would probably ask if there's like innkeeper or whoever. We need weapons, arrows and potions and healings. Do you know where?
Yep. So the staff of the inn would explain all of this to you and how close the shops are to the main square. So all you have to do is just tell us what you're buying. We're not going to roleplay it. Just tell us what you're buying, and you can add them to your inventory. Mm-hmm.
How much is a potion of healing?
It's whatever is in the DM guide. So they don't have open.
I can tell you. Hold on.
I'll look it up. Is it 50? Question mark? Yeah, 50. I think it's 50. Yeah.
Ooh, expensive.
Shall we? Tell you what. tell you what, actually. Before you do that, before you go shopping, the characters make their way down to the first floor of the Kettle of Mussels pub. And you notice almost everybody here you have met before. The gnome that was drinking is cuddled in a corner by herself. She's still asleep. She must have slept the night away. The person behind the bar is Yoshiko, which is the younger of the two barkeeps, and you can hear Chef Whamsy is preparing dough and other ingredients in the kitchen. Henri, who is his saucier, walks over to Aramis, because he's closest to Aramis, walks over with his little green parrot on his shoulder, and Henri says, Aramis, bonjour, ça va? How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Very well rested. Beautiful room, I have to say.
Well, only the best for the best. I don't know. Maybe you're the best, maybe not. I don't know. I don't judge. But, Whamsy has left some more items for you to help with the pickpockets. He brings out a tray with what looks like 5 additional potions of healing, small vials with a dark brown liquid, and says, I didn't even ask if you used the other ones last night, but Whamsy has some more. I hope he labeled these correctly. I'm not 100% certain.
Which is not great mislabeling for somebody who's going to provide food for an entire town, but let's pretend that we believe everything is in order. Thank you very much. Thank the chef, the extraordinary chef, on my behalf, but I'm sure that the others can do so.
Yeah, but too. Whamsy is going to be occupied the rest of today for preparing the charity dinner. So you can ask me or Vilma when she comes back if you have any other questions for today. But I wish you good luck in your travels.
Why do you appreciate it? As Thad just trustingly takes the potion and puts it in his pack.
Henri and Sherbert go back to the kitchen and start helping. Anything else happening in the kitchen this morning? By the way, Yoshiko the son has left out a very nice breakfast of what looks like stewed mutton and fresh bread. The bread is scented with sea salt and rosemary. It's very almost like a floral kind of bread. It looks freshly baked, and there's a fresh bowl of butter in a ceramic bowl that he's placed in between all of you. And there's some wooden knives that he's encouraging you all. Oh, the party's back. Breakfast for everybody. 3 coppers. Cheap price. But Whamsy and I want you out there. You gotta get these pickpockets, right? Am I right?
Right.
Hey, Paladin. Hey. What are those marks on your neck? Did you get bit or something yesterday?
At the word paladin, Thad doesn't think he's talking to him, and so Thad's just absent-mindedly eating his food before he finally knows. He's like, "Oh, you talking to me?"
Yeah. What's on your neck, dude?
Oh, we ran into some spiders. I got bit, but don't worry. That's nothing serious. We got them, and no lasting effects. Some just had to do some push-ups. Just had to sweat the venom out. I'm all good now.
Push-ups are good for everything, aren't they, mate? And he puts his fist up to give you some dap, like good job.
Thad responds. He's like, "Damn straight."
You guys need anything else for taking care of these bandits today? You're gonna do it before the charity, right?
We're just going there right away.
All right, dudes. Anything else I can help you with before you set out? That's a cute little cat, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Her name is Cat. With a K.
Cat. Push-ups. Push-ups will save you, Cat.
Sure. Shall we go?
Let's.
All right.
And I think I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone follows.
The place.
Everyone leaves the place. They stop at the main square to pick up some items from local shops. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I forgot that wanted a shield.
Okay. So Thad buys a shield.
And Matt, this is it's a technical question. Do you want us to count the arrows and the bolts that we use?
It's not a big deal. You don't have to. You
I've
don't
been
have
doing
to.
that, but
The only time I would ask you to count those is when they're like +1 or magical or have like acid or fire or something attached. But if it's just basic arrows and bolts, you don't have to worry about counting them.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah. We can say, at any point for flavor, you can say that you retrieved your arrow from an enemy's neck and you can use it again, or you spent some time carving an arrow. Anytime you want to do that, feel free.
Fantastic.
I'm just typing in what Thad would buy.
Okay. Sounds like it's a shield. Anything else that Thad's buying?
It's a shield, some specific higher quality arrows, walloping arrows, and one more potion from a vendor.
Okay.
So I'm gonna expend all of that.
No, that is point, not for me.
Okay, so let's get to the map. We are now back in the caves. There's some rat carcasses in one direction. There's some spider carcasses in another direction. The cat is with you for the moment. With your high perception, Alfredo, you're currently in the front of the group. Alfredo is the first to notice there are footsteps and like dots in the ground going in this direction. Could you make an investigation roll, Alfredo, since you're in the front?
Yes, I can make an investigate. Ooh, okay, that's not as good as my other rolls, but oh damn, only a 6.
6. The best you can tell is that there are footprints headed in this direction. So somebody must have been here last night or early this morning. Is your best guess?
All right, so I bend down and look at the footprints, and I just see that, and I tell everyone, I think someone was here last night after we left.
Should we follow the footprints? What does everyone suggest?
I actually I sent the familiar. So as long as the familiar is 100 feet from me, we can telepathically communicate, and I can see through his eyes, her eyes. So what I've got to do is send the cat forward.
Okay. The cat is now forward. The cat is now standing next to Alfredo for the moment. Would you like to move the cat again?
Yeah, I would definitely go at least where the rats were.
Okay. The cat is now situated amongst the carcasses of 3 dead rats. It looks a little perturbed by these rats. And you can tell by the way the cow is mewling back at you. Meow, meow. The echo of the walls suggests there is another passageway beyond where you saw the rats earlier.
Okay. I can also see through her eyes. It will be a bonus action, but we are out of battle, so
yes.
I'm following to the limit, and then I start moving if the cat is about to go over the 100 feet from me.
Okay, so it's getting pretty close to going over 100 feet away from you. From the cat's eyes, you can see that the passage has multiple bends that are at pretty right angles. So the way that the echoes are going from the chamber as the cow is mewling back at you, you're detecting that this by foot is it's at least 100 feet towards whatever is beyond where cat is at the moment.
I describe everything I see through the eyes of the cat, and then I keep moving. If I don't see anything suspicious and on the way, I'm just walking.
Thad is going to he bought a buckler shield that just goes on the wrist, and so he attaches it. He's like, right, let's get this over with. As he's not happy to be back in this cave with the spiders, but he's gonna trudge forward, and he whispers to himself, he's like, the arrows didn't do no good, you did the hammer. I could use a sword. And then without even thinking about it, Erebus would notice that something sparks in Thad's right hand, and all of a sudden he has a short sword, to which Thad looks up, he's like, oh, must have packed one without realizing. And so above table, what he did was he conjured a packed weapon.
Can you explain what a packed weapon is?
Yep. So Thad's unknowingly a warlock now, and so he was just thinking to himself, he's like, I could really use a short sword, and then he just conjured it without thinking about it, and so now he has one.
Alfredo notes this down in the many sad accomplishments.
Do we all notice this?
Right?
Yeah, you would have seen like sparking and like a spark in Thad's right hand, and then all of a sudden he's holding a sword that he did not have yesterday.
Oh, okay. It's magic. So Eramas is suddenly more interested than before. To Thad. I'm also while I'm walking, I take a second to cast mage armor.
Okay.
So as always, extra protection.
Extra protection, got it. Aramis would notice through Cat's eyes, Cat is now peering into a wooden doorway of what looks to be some underground residence. And Cat could see through this door, so the door is open into an area where it's like the interior of a house or a lair or something like this. It's all made out of wood. Cat could see piles of animal bones directly in front of her. And so Aramis could see that through Cat's eyes.
People. Animal bones. This is either the lair of some other beast, or hopefully trash from upstairs, but I fear somebody might be, or something might be in front of us. And by saying this, if I stop walking as if my brain, Thad, or anybody non-me is in front of the group.
Aramis, as you say this, with your passive perception, you can see a diagonal from you about 15 feet. You see evidence of metal caltrops, roughly strewn on the ground, like somebody just tossed them there onto the ground. You also see some discarded green glass bottles on the ground that look like they had been used, and there are fingerprint smudges all over them. And you also now see signs of footprints from boots that are leading southwest down this passage from where you're currently standing.
Okay. I do stop Cat, though. I don't let the cat keep going.
Yeah, I can take charge.
Alfredo.
That is second in line, trailing behind.
Alfredo, you're getting much closer now to this wooden doorway that's open. I can see you're standing about 15 feet away from it. And you can hear some noises coming from this doorway. One of the noises sounds like coins that are clinking. And as you get closer to this doorway, you can hear that those coins have stopped clinking against one another. From this distance, you can also hear what you think is an animal or a beast of some kind, and metal noises. The sound of metal clinking against itself every time this creature moves. If you want to take a nature check or an animal handling check, I'll let you do that.
That's a nat 20.
So, Alfredo is fairly sure somewhere in this residence beyond is an animal, maybe in a cage or locked up somehow, and is pretty sure that it is a dog.
It's a dog that is locked up. I relay that to my party, and I check in to see if we are willing to push deeper into this room with a chained beast.
Seems we don't have no choice.
And we'll go next to Cat.
That continues forward, is now standing next to Cat. And Thad, you can now see a little bit more into this room in front of you. And you can hear even more loud noises of an animal kind of like banging against this cage. You see several piles of what looks to be animal bones. You no longer hear any coin clinking noises, but you definitely get the sense there are some kind of people in this area.
Thad goes to Alfredo. He's like, and he also screams back, "Stay alert! There is something." Yeah, Thad's gonna enter into the room.
That's gonna go in. Okay, what's Edric and Aramis? What are you two doing?
I'll be behind Alfredo. Let me move myself.
Okay.
I can temporarily dismiss the familiar for safety reasons, so I put the cat away for the moment.
Okay.
And then I'm not that far away anymore. But can I check? You said that there was something next to where I am, actually, right? Some metal. Can I look quickly what that was?
Aramis, you can see on the ground, it looks like 2 or 3 metal caltrops that would be used to prevent carriages or things that are rolling from continuing on a road.
Okay. Good.
Construction of these objects looks very familiar to you.
Like the other day.
Like the other day.
Or yesterday, what was it? Okay.
Yes.
So I stay here, but I let them move forward.
As Thad enters this wooden room, he hears a noise shouting towards your direction. "Hey, Bow Wow, shut up! There's nothing out there! Shut up, you dog!" And the dog starts barking. It's like a sad bark, like... This really touches the heart of the druid in the party.
Yeah, I feel like I can feel this. And I kind of let Thad know. I whisper in Thad's ear so he doesn't chop it in half. But of course, if we get there, we get there.
Thad, also from where you're standing, with the piles of bones, you can see there is a doorway. So I'm going to show you on the map. Maybe you can see this. There's a doorway like in between the 2 piles of bones. And there's an area in this room about 40 feet east of you that goes around the corner. So you can't quite see what's around the corner, but you would be able to make out there is a candle that is lit. That you can probably see some of the emanation of light from that candle. As well as the dog. There's a like a little... I'm sorry, I didn't describe the dog. There's like a black and gray furred terrier in chains stuck to the side of this cage. So it's stuck inside this cage and it's looking up at you, wagging its tail.
Thad is going to, he's like, "That's a cute dog, but what did brother and sis tell me about this?" "Right, if it's too good to be true, it is." And so he's going to take out an arrow and he's going to throw it to the right of the cage where the dog is.
Like here? To the right of the cage?
To the right of the dog.
Okay.
Yep, he's not going to aim at the dog. He's just going to aim it to see if, like, something, like, magically happens.
Okay.
As, like, to just see what happens. So he's going to just throw an arrow there.
When you do this, you notice the dog definitely, like, recoils, because it was thinking you were aiming at it. You weren't, and it starts like barking.
Don't worry, look. I
Go ahead.
I think I just go close to Alfredo. It's like, "Oh, can you talk with the dog? Nature connections and stuff. Especially to ask the dog to be quiet."
Oh my god, yeah, so Alfredo can, and Alfredo will. If it's not too... I would love to ritual cast it, if possible.
I think you can.
Yeah, okay. So I can, so I will, so thanks.
The problem with the ritual is that it takes 10 minutes.
Yeah,
so you sit down for 10 minutes, so that's the
So everybody else will
when
do
you can
something.
do it. Yeah, 10 minutes is 60 actions, technically.
Okay. So I could cast Speak with Animals. So I will. Okay, speak with animals.
Alright. You want to move your character into the room? And as you cast Speak with Animals, you can hear once again this, like, kind of gruff voice shouting, Bow Wow! What are you barking at? There's nobody there! There's nobody there! Do I have to come out and get you again? And you hear footsteps coming somewhere southeast of you. You're not sure from what wall or doorway those footsteps are coming, but you hear what must be some sort of humanoid footsteps. But the dog is wagging its tail back and forth and looking up at both you, Alfredo, and at Dad. It seems to be excited to see you both.
Alright, now that I've cast Speak with Animals, I'm gonna reach out. Say, hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. The dog is so excited to hear you. Yeah, food, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty.
Alright, listen. These people that have put you here are despicable, and we will handle them. But for now, I need you to be quiet. Please.
I'm gonna need you to do an animal handling check to see, could you quiet this dog right now?
Oh, a 9.
Do you have heroic inspiration by any chance?
Yeah. I'd never, yeah.
Would now be a good time to use it? It's up to you. You don't have to. I'm just...
Yeah, I'll use it. Screw it. I'll use it.
Alright. So you just need to roll a d20 again, and then you have to take this out.
Oh, nat 20, okay.
You managed to convince the dog to calm down. So he's kind of like pacing in a circle, and then he comes down and looks up at you. And then you can tell as he's looking up at you, he's looking at his empty water bowl and looking back at you again. And then he's looking at his bowl, and then he's looking at you again. And he's like, you can talk to me? Could you fetch me some water? I promise I'll be quiet.
Can I? Well,
you can hear Alfredo making barking noises, but you can't interpret what they are unless you have some sort of magic.
Could I tell my party real quick in a whisper of this dog will be quiet if they have water?
Yeah, you can tell them. Mm-hmm.
That's like, boy, mate, you're one of those tree people, right? What's it called? A druid. Can't you just make water?
Alfredo kind of sheepishly looks into himself and says, I'm not that kind of tree person.
So above table, my question is, do you have druidcraft?
Yeah, and above table, I do not.
Okay. He's like, well, just tell the pup I'll just give some of my water.
Alright, so I communicate back to the dog, and then I tell him he will get water in a second, and then I ask him of his name.
Water. Thank you so much, sir. My name's Bow Wow. I'm Gravy's dog. Gravy doesn't treat me so good. I only get scraps. See those bones over there? That's what I ate. Scraps. I never get anything fresh.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. Hey, Bow Wow, what do you think about Gravy? If Gravy were to disappear?
So when you say Gravy's name, his ears perk up, and you can now see what you think might be scars from some sort of punishment or something like that around his neck. This kind of disturbs you, and he says, "If Gravy were gone, and I'm free from here, that would be the best day ever." And he's jumping up and down, and his tail is wagging.
So I will say, Bow Wow, the best day ever is yet to come. And I ask him again to try to chill out, and then,
He's dancing in a circle and waiting for Thad's water. He's very excited about all this, but he's being quiet and obedient and looking up to you, wagging his tail. He seems to be, the way that he's looking at you, it's like he's looking very hopeful at whatever it is that you intend to do.
Seeing the empty food bowl too, that's gonna take out some of the rat meat that he had cooked up from the night before, and he's gonna give it to Gravy. He's like, "Oh, that shouldn't be empty." And so he gives them one of the rations.
Okay. Well, as you do that, Alfredo would hear that Bow Wow was saying, "Oh my goodness, this is pretty fresh. Gravy never gives me anything fresh. You and your friends are so nice. What's your name?"
Hey, I'm a grown man named Alfredo. Nice to meet you, Bella.
Grown man, nice to meet you. Grown man, nice to meet you. I promise to be quiet.
Thank you, Bella. Appreciate you.
What's Edric and Aramis doing at this moment?
I think I would just go next to Edric and say, so we speak with dogs now. Sure.
Well, we don't, but I guess he does.
Yes. Well, I hope it's been helpful. And I think at that point, I do see the water, the food, and it's like, oh, we are giving food to the dog. Okay.
Yes, you would
You
have
got a
seen
problem with that, mate?
Oh, no, absolutely. I just hope nobody is coming, the noise that we were just hearing a couple of seconds ago.
I mean, I could attempt to sneak around the corner and peer in. If anyone wants that. I'm comfortable staying here, though. I'm good either way.
Can I do a perception to see if the noise of the person coming to us, I can still hear it?
Yes, you can go ahead and roll perception. And Edric, you can decide what you'd like to do.
11.
So Aramis is currently not hearing any additional noises of footsteps or human or humanoid voices.
Okay.
All Aramis can hear is some barking that seems to be happy barking that is aimed in your direction, in the direction of the party.
As a cat person, I'm not too moved by this, but...
Yeah, if no one, what's the word? Objects. I think I'm going to try to, go down and then over here to be peering right into there.
Okay.
And let's hope this goes well. 20. Let's see what's my. Okay, I have a +4 to stealth, which I'm assuming this is going to be a stealth roll.
You're going to do this stealthily. Okay.
Yes.
Go for it.
All right. I got a 23 because I got a 19 +4.
That's pretty incredible. Okay. Thad and Alfredo can see you, and as well as Bowa. But as you sneak into this room, you are detecting a pretty foul odor coming from this direction. I don't know if you can see the halo, but you can detect a very foul odor because the way that you're creeping, you're getting a little bit closer to the floor. It smells like a sewer. It smells disgusting, and it's coming from this direction. You're also where you described yourself standing. There is a doorway leading south, and as you get closer to the door, you're not hearing any movement or noises from behind that door, but you are noticing that the smell behind the door is not unpleasant. It seems to be the same smell roughly as what's in the cave.
Okay. Is the door open or closed?
The door going south is where I'm showing here.
Yeah, right
the door
there.
Going south is currently closed.
Okay. All right. I guess does anyone else want to do anything before I continue onwards and see what's going on over here?
Nope.
Okay. All right. I guess right here. I can't make it. Oh, ping. There we are. Right there, I guess, is where the door. There's a wall that goes out there. I think.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
All right. So I'm going to move right to here, and then hold up. I gotta stand up so I can do my little thing. And I kind of just peer around the corner, very, very gingerly. And yeah.
You peer around the corner and you see there is a table and a candle, and on the table next to the candle are 2 courgettes, zucchini, and a dagger. And the dagger is stabbed in the middle of an apple. And there are apple bits and apple core, apple pits and seeds strewn across the table. By peering around the corner in the manner that you did, you can see there are materials to build crates. These materials have not yet been assembled. And you can also see here, in the center of this wall, is another doorway. From where you're standing, Edric, you can tell that the smell gets even more foul and disgusting the closer you step towards that door. one more thing that you see on a chair next to the table. There is a book that is laid open, and inside the book looks like comic book style, manga style drawings of some kind. Looks really colorful.
Can I investigate the book while still being hidden?
I would say so. And what I'm then also going to say is ask everybody to roll for initiative just to set a turn order. I'm not saying that there's any enemies, but just to set a turn order so everybody can get a turn. But I'm going to let you do that too.
All right. Mm-hmm. Should we roll first or then?
You can roll first,
okay.
And then I'll still narrate the end of what you discover.
All right. 17 for me.
Okay, 17.
13 for me.
13 for Aramis, okay.
17 for Alfredo.
And your dexterity is better than Edric, so you're going to go before Edric in the next round. And then, Thad, what did you get?
18.
18. Okay, you're going to go first in the next round.
Oh, Edric's dex is actually better than Alfredo's.
Oh, is it? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you for telling me. Okay. Sorry about that, Edric. Okay. So, Edric is inspecting this comic book manga thing on the chair. You can get close enough to see that you can read the title of the name of this book. The title is written in common. The title of this comic book is Diary of a Wimpy Kobold. This book looks super dirty now that you're getting closer to it, and there are brown smears and spots, liquidy spots all over it. If you were to sell it and it were in ideal mint condition, you would know that it would fetch a few coppers on the common market, but you're kind of worried that it's not being used for that at the moment.
Okay. I don't know what to do with that information.
All right.
Yeah. I guess I'll just look at it, inspect it, and then just end my turn and let someone else do something.
Okay. Let's go to Alfredo next. Actually, let's just complete the round. So, Alfredo, what would you like to do next?
I'd like to do some type of perception or nature check on this foul smell. Specifically looking for if this is a concoction of some foul-smelling things.
Oh, I like it.
Or if it's like a monster that I recognize that smells like this.
Okay, this is a great idea. Go ahead and make a nature check.
Nature, okay.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I got a 10 nature.
With a 10, you're pretty sure that either beyond this door that you're standing in front of, or around the corner behind another door that Edric is standing in front of, there's a latrine. And it has been used recently. Would you like to do anything else, Alfredo?
I think I will, as quietly as possible, tell our people who are close here, so Edric and Thad,
Okay.
and say that there is someone in there.
Okay. Aramis, what would you like to do?
First of all, I also, although I'm not super excited about this, I also entered this construction, so I try to see now where everybody is. But I think the only thing I would do at this point is talking to Alfredo and saying, since you are so fluent in Dogish, could you please ask this lovely companion who else is here, or if there's an access to the hot pocket, how many people are around, information to avoid to be discovered, if we can.
Yeah, if you'll allow it, Matt, I will be Aramis's translator for his turn.
Ah, perfect. Okay, what's the name of the dog, by the way?
Bow Wow.
Bow Wow, yes.
Ah, fantastic. So I see the same fantasy I have with names of animals. So can you, let's ask first, is there anybody in here? And I point out the only door I actually see on the right.
Bow Wow says, yeah, kind of. But it's not that room. There are more rooms.
Who's your owner?
Gravy, the tall one.
Gravy the girl. Well, I guess for you we are all tall. But is Gravy in here, nearby?
Well, I saw him this morning, but I don't think he's in this room. The dog is notioning downward. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's in this room right now.
What's behind the door?
Stuff for stealing or tricking people. I don't know. The Gravy owns me, but he doesn't seem to have very kind ideas.
Oh, okay. That's not nice. Okay, are there stairs to the rest of the rooms?
I've never seen any stairs in this house.
Could you guide us? Now that we think about that, could you guide us?
Can you let me out? Let me out of the cage. Set me free. This could be the best day of my life. He's starting to get louder and louder.
Yeah, but please don't be loud because they don't let. My ears are very sensitive. Thank you very much.
I guess I could guide you, but do you have the key to let me out of this cage?
Do we have keys? Does anybody look around for keys?
I was going to say I have proficiency in thieves' tools, and I think if I'm looking at... Hold on, let me look at my inventory. Pretty sure I bought some. I did buy a pair. I bought one. Should have bought more. I have thieves' tools if needed, if we can't find the key.
I would do to conclude this. Can I do an investigation check to find the keys? And then I pass.
Okay. Well, I'll let you do that. Go ahead and roll, and then we're going to pass it to Thad next. So, Aramis is searching for the keys in this left half of the room. Aramis, you kind of pick through the bones where you're standing, and you look along the walls and the floorboards, and you're not detecting a key anywhere that you were standing.
Thad, this entire time, is just catching like every other word as barking occurs, and he's like, "Oh, what bad? Gravy? What? Well, I guess we are tall compared to a dog. Oh, key. Oh, mate, we don't need a key. And can I, as my action, can I do a make a strength check to try to just like pull off the lock on the cage?
Go for it.
17.
With that 17, with one movement, you basically manhandle the front of this cage and tear it off. It doesn't seem quite as sturdy as you may have realized. And Bow Wow lets out an enormous howl. Woo! Oh, I'm free! And
that just goes, shh, quiet, mate.
Edric, you're closest to that side of the room. You can hear behind the wall behind you a deep voice say, "They've got Bow Wow! Pickpockets! Investigate!" Bow Wow jumps out of the cage towards Alfredo and Thad. Is that the end of your turn, Thad?
Hearing the voices, Thad's just gonna go, "Oi! Who's there? Come on!" And he's going to go closer to where Edric is.
Okay.
And just be like, "Come on out!"
As you enter this area of the room, you notice the foul smell coming from behind this door that Edric is standing behind. And you can hear... Actually, make a perception roll, Thad. I can tell you more. You can hear something behind this wall.
That's a 9.
Thad, you can hear at least 2 people behind this wall. There might be more, but there's definitely at least 2.
The final thing Thad does is go to Edric and he's like, "Well, I hear at least 2. Tells me we're gonna have to fight. This tells me we're probably going the right way. You ready, mate?"
As ready as I'll ever be.
Alright, Edric.
And that is Thad's turn.
Okay. Edric, what would you like to do the rest of your turn?
I got nothing. I have no clue. Genuinely. Because I'm just waiting to be either found out or I'm scared to open any doors, so
How would Edric communicate that to everybody?
I just sit there like anxiously going, like looking around, waiting for someone else to do something. This door is closed, right?
That door is currently closed.
Alright, then I'm going to move to right next to the wall.
Okay.
Can I put my ear up against the wall?
Yep. And make a perception check.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Alright, sounds good. Let me check my perception first. Ooh, I have a +3. 7!
Edric, you confirm what Thad heard, which was there's at least 2 people behind that wall. Maybe more. You don't know.
The wall's closed, right? We can't
see through it, but you know there's something behind that wall.
Okay. Good to know.
I think that's the end of Edric's turn. Alfredo, this Bow Wow is so happy. It's like kind of trying to lick your hand, and he's kind of nuzzling you. He's so excited to be free from this cage. The chain is still wrapped around his neck and body, but he's like hopping up and down, like, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. And he's being quite loud.
I think what Alfredo would do in this moment, knowing what may or may not come, is ask Bow Wow to sit at the front, or maybe where Cat was, just so he stays safe. I know Aramis said that Cat is like temporarily dismissed, so I don't know if they'll fight. But I just want Bow Wow to be safe.
Bow Wow says, I'll wait here for you, and you can take me back to the surface, right? Right? His tail is wagging back and forth so fast.
I look Bow Wow deeply in the eyes and I say, we are going to be inseparable from this moment on.
Okay, grown man. And if any of the other bandits come, I'll bite them. I'll help you. I can help.
Oh. Well, thank you so much, Bow Wow. I'll give you a good berry after this, maybe.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but that sounds amazing, grown man.
Sweet. And then I give him a pet. That'll be my action. Pat him on the head.
He seems to really like that. He's becoming more fond of you. It seems like, I mean, you and Thad rescued him after all. He's quieting down after you give him a little bit of a pat.
Nice. Is it safe to say, Matt, that me and Thad are co-parenting?
We'll see.
Sorry, don't want to jump too soon.
You'll have to act it out. Yeah, we'll see. I think we're on to Aramis next. Aramis, you see all this happening. Seems like Bow Wow is now standing behind you, guarding the door.
Fantastic. So I think I would also move a little bit forwards towards the other group.
Okay.
Instead, can I also do a perception check at this point?
Go for it.
I'm going to go down here. Because I see that they're looking at the wall, basically.
Yes.
Perception, I'm not great at that either. And the other thing I do is, and I send the hand trying to open the door here.
Sorry, which door?
Well, the one that I would have here next to me. I don't know how to do the blip blip.
Okay. Okay. So you send the hand over. It opens the door. The door swings open, and all three of you are met with a horrible, foul odor. It smells like... let's say, imagine you have been on a road trip for 1 week, and there's only been one spot on the vehicle in which you could use to take care of yourself. It smells like it is a week's worth of sewage in this room. It's a wooden toilet. There are ripped up pieces of paper that look to be used like toilet paper that are torn up all over the ground. It smells absolutely awful in here.
I close the door immediately.
Yeah, okay. That's what you see. Yeah.
Wrong door!
Yes.
No one in there, Matt?
What's that?
No one in there?
There is nobody in there, but you all, Aramis would have seen that the room is a tiny 10 by 10 chamber. It's a really small room, really cramped, and it smells awful.
Yeah.
No one in
Wrong
there.
door. And I stopped there. I mean, I think that's mostly what I do.
Okay. Let's go back to the top of the round. Thad, you can hear some shifting movement and footsteps. But those footsteps do seem to be moving behind the wall behind you towards this direction, moving south. So from where you're standing, Thad, you can hear those footsteps.
Hearing that, Thad goes and he sees that Edric is a little wary to do anything. He's like, oh man, no. If there's a wall, you just gotta break through it. Like this. And he goes to punch the wall.
Okay.
But instead, the same energy that Alfredo and Aramis noticed when he got his sword, before he can actually make contact with the wall, the energy crackles off and blasts into the wall instead, as he's gonna cast Eldritch Blast on the wall, like make a hole through it, in the direction of the noise that you heard.
Okay. So I'm looking up now. Could it actually make a hole in this wall?
I could. If the wall's made of organic material, we could do it where, because of my pact magic, I can make it necrotic damage and have it like rot away the wall. If you want to do it that way.
You tell me what you want to do, and I will react with whatever might be behind that wall.
I will do that. So he goes to punch through the wall, but he does Eldritch Blast instead, and that's a 15 to hit the wall, and then that deals 6 points of, I'm gonna make it necrotic damage instead.
The party may be surprised to see a small crack has appeared in the wall where Thad has cast Eldritch Blast. The crack is only a couple of inches long, like from top to bottom, and you can see a little bit more into the room behind it, but it's not large enough for any of you to go through. So because Edric and Thad, you are closest, you can now see into the room that is behind this wall, and you can see several chairs, several barrels full of what looks like wine, but you can't tell unless you go in there. You also can see on the floor are black bird feathers, and you can also see this very tall man immediately walk up to this crack in the wall and look directly back at you, Thad. And this man looks at you and say, "Hey! You're not a pickpocket!"
First, Thad goes, oh, how do I do that? But then taking notice of the man, he's like, and you don't seem like a good dog owner. That's his turn.
This character shouts back at you, "Nobody talks to Gravy like that! We're gonna get you! Stay where you are!" And with that, he's no longer in your sight. I think that's the end of your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Edric, you see all this. You weren't standing in front of the crack in the wall from the Eldritch Blast, but you see that Thad has seen something. What would you like to do, Edric?
I questioned that, and I go, "What do you see? What happened?"
Saw a slim man said Gravy won't stand for being called a bad dog owner. He's the little twig's gone now. I can't see him.
Am I able to go over here and try this door?
Yes, you can. You have enough movement. You can do that.
Do that. And yeah, I try to open that door and see what's behind that door.
What's behind door number 1? Door number 2 at this point. Edric, you...
Okay, door number 2.
Edric, you open this door. The doorknob doesn't have any... There's no, give or anything. You open the door. It's a wooden door, and it leads into an area that is kind of shaped... It's a little bit shaped like an L. All along the floor are wrapped packages with brown ribbons, with a cross in each ribbon, shaped like the letter T. There are dozens of these packages. It looks like they're supposed to be in the shape of cheese, but you can tell because you're standing right in front of a pile of packages. There's nothing in these packages. There's no cheese in these packages, so it looks like false advertising of some kind. And when you open this door, you see somebody in this room. It's a person with amazing hair. She's standing about 6 foot tall, cinnamon-colored skin. She's carrying a bow around her back. As a reaction to you opening the door, she shoots an arrow right at you and says, "Pickpockets don't like this!" And that's an attack roll. Give me a moment. I'm going to roll a d20. 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's going to do 6 points of piercing damage. She's aiming it right at your side, Edric, so when you open the door, you get hit in your side, and then after she strikes you, she's like, "Pickpockets! Pickpockets! I see one of those creepers!" And she runs outside and shuts the door. So you don't see where she is. She's gone. She's basically somewhere behind the door.
I have 8 hit points, because I took 6 points of damage, right?
Yep.
Alright. And how much movement did you just say I had?
I
Sorry.
think you have 5 left because you're 30 total.
Alright, yeah, I'll just stay where I am, and just kind of nurse my arrow that's in my side.
Okay.
And just tell everyone they're over here.
I mean, at this point, Alfredo and Aramis have seen
Yeah.
you just open a door and then get shot by somebody.
So true.
Alright, that's Edric's turn. Alfredo, you see this happen. Your next act.
All right. Edric, how many points did you just get hit for?
6.
6? Okay. I think... Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just gonna cast Healing Word. Just, as a response to an ally getting shot immediately.
Okay.
And you heal for 7. Okay, nice.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good, good. Anything else?
Yeah, I think I will push further into the room with some movement. I'm gonna tell Bow Wow, like, if I scream, please help, and then I'm gonna move. Let's see how much 25 feet is. Maybe somewhere like here into the room.
Okay, you can do
That might
that.
be 25.
Yep.
Alright, and then I guess bonus action Shillelagh.
Okay.
And wait to see what's going on.
Okay. Sounds good.
Actually, I think it's better for you. Healing word is a bonus action,
Oh,
So you could
so you
okay.
can do a full action if you want to.
That's good to know.
It's one of the
maybe
benefits of
bonus
healing
action.
word.
Yes, it's very
Thanks for
nice.
thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, true. That is helpful. I'm trying to think what even... They keep disappearing in rooms, right?
So far, yes.
So yeah, I think I'll just stand maybe with a baited action. Maybe I'll prepare an action to throw something at someone if they re-enter.
What would you like to
this-
throw?
Maybe there's some... What are these things next, like right under me? There's like a steel-looking thing? Is there like a...
Yeah,
part?
those are the materials to build crates.
Alright, so I'll ready now. I'll grab a part,
Okay.
and if someone is someone to enter the room, I'm gonna
Okay.
throw a part.
Okay, as a reaction, why not? Let's do it. From where you're standing, go ahead and make a perception check, Alfredo, because you're definitely hearing more and more footsteps ever since your buddy made a hole in the wall.
Alright, perception. Oh no, that is a nat 1.
You're entirely confused. Were there really 2 voices, or were there 20 voices? What's going on? And were you actually talking to a dog earlier, or did you dream that up as well?
Nice. Alfredo starts sweating a little bit.
I think that's the end of your turn. We're gonna go to Aramis next. Aramis is watching the action. He saw his friend Edric get hurt.
Oh boy. Okay, definitely gonna move a little bit. So I still have my mage hand. So what I want to do, I think it's gonna be walk down here, 25. 25 feet, and send the mage hand to open the door.
Okay. This door.
The other door, the one that
Oh,
went through.
the mage hand is opening the door. Okay. So,
Yes. Definitely
I
not me.
have to look if they get another reaction this round, and the answer is yes. So the mage hand opens the door, and Fredo and Aramis can now see into the room that's beyond where you're currently standing, and you see it's a much smaller room, 20 feet by 10 feet. There's like a small table, some crates in there. You can see some other objects, but you need to get closer. But you also see the woman with the amazing hair has her bow ready to react, but she's already taken her reaction this turn. So she sees his hand open the door and realizes it's not a person opening it, it's magic, and she shouts back to the door that she's standing currently in front of. So you might be able to see from where you're standing. She's standing in front of a different wooden door to another area of this map. And she's shouting through that door, "Pickpockets! Pickpockets! They got magic! They got magic in here! You better prepare your birds!" And she goes after you, Aramis, so you still have, you can still do something.
If I see her, let me think. It's just a very quick second. You know what? I do have it. I'm gonna use my crossbow again against her.
Okay.
She shall, my friend, with the. Is a hit 17?
That hits. Yes.
With the damage. Ooh, nice 10.
Oh, sweet.
She lets out a huge
sniper.
She lets out a huge whelp. Ow! Gravy! Get your birds and kill these mofos!
Okay. The last thing I do, I have 5 more feet of movement. I do a step back. So
Okay.
She shouldn't be able to see me anymore.
Yep.
And I do communicate though. Woman, there's a woman, beautiful hair, in the other room. It's the people that attacked us on the road. They have birds again.
The mage hand still has the door open?
I think I will leave the door
Okay.
open. Yes.
All right, so it's actually her turn now in the order. She's going to move forward
oops.
10 feet and shoot an arrow at Aramis.
Ooh.
Ah.
Okay.
No way you're going to attack me like that, buddy. 19?
So you would hit, but I cast shield as a reaction.
Oh, okay.
We send my AC to 20.
Okay, 19 is not enough.
I'm sorry.
As it was a good roll. She aims it towards you, and as your shield comes up, the arrow hits it and drops to the ground. And she says, "Ah, what kind of magic is this? I don't understand."
I
Pickpockets.
just want to point out though that despite the scene being very epic, I think Aramis does the shield almost as an instinctive reaction, doing no, like protecting himself, like not exactly able, good in battle, but.
You know what? It's still effective. Aramis is effective in this moment. Manages to dodge this shot. She now sees there's at least 2 of them. There's 2 of these mofos in here. And she runs through... Let's see, what's her movement? She runs back into the small room. And... Does she have enough movement? Oh, she has enough movement to open another door and run behind it. And she shuts that door. So that is the end of her turn. That's the end of the round. Aramis would have noticed. I mean, Aramis and Alfredo would have noticed. She's really hurt by this arrow. It looks like she's bleeding onto the floor, leaving a trail of droplets. We're gonna start the next round, and at the start of this round, you're gonna notice this super tall character wearing sunglasses storm into the room, and he's a tall human wearing sunglasses. He's got reddish blonde hair, kind of a little bit of a goatee. He's wearing super flashy clothes, like velvety, like he thinks he's a celebrity in his head. He's wearing leather pants, leather boots. He looks like a cowboy, maybe in a former life. He has his own magic, and you're noticing he's moving his hands around in a circular fashion, and he's looking to see, will he aim at Aramis or will he aim at Alfredo? Alfredo, he's gonna cast a spell. It looks like some fire is coming out of his palm. That's a 15. Your shield's up. At Aramis' shield is still up, I think.
No. Is it to me or to Alfredo? Sorry.
Towards.
Oh yeah, I have a +5 until the start of my next turn.
Okay, so he throws this fire in your direction, and it bounces off this shield, and this magical energy falls again on the floor in front of you. And this character says, "I don't understand this magic. And what do you all do with Bow Wow?" And he steps back 10 feet. That's the end of his movement. So none of you have a direct line to him. He shut the door, by the way. So you currently cannot see him. That is the end of his turn. However, actually, that's the end of his turn. Next to act is Thad.
Question. Would I see Gravy through the crack in the wall?
Only when you had first made the crack, but you had seen that he had left that room.
Okay. Alright, seeing everything happen, I am going to, as a bonus action, use Adrenaline Rush. So I'm going to dash 60 feet, and so to go into the room where everything was happening. So I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to go, "Oi! no one hurts my crewmates, and he's going to do that as if he's gonna gesture, and he's gonna go, right, let's try that again this time. And he's gonna go, this time actually meaning to, he's gonna cast Eldritch Blast, attacking the door to go just right through the door.
Okay. Okay, so I have a question for Aramis before we do that. Gravy tried to shut the door, but your mage hand was trying to hold it open. Do we need to do some roll for that, or how does that work when there's magic that tried to keep the door open?
I think he would automatically win the guy because the hand can hold up to 10 pounds. So I think this thing would have it would be stronger than 10 pounds.
Okay, that's fair. All right, thank you for that. So Thad is going to cast a spell at the wall. Go ahead and make
That's a nat 20 for a 25.
25 points of damage?
No, that's to hit the wall.
25
so it's a nat 20 for a 25. And so to the door, it deals... When you get a nat 20, do you double the damage or do you roll twice?
Double the damage.
So that's 4 points of... This time, he fires it off intentionally and it works, but he still doesn't have a handle on it. So instead of doing what it did last time, it does radiant damage. So you just see this flash of light pound right through the door. And that's just going to go, come out and fight. And that's his turn.
Okay. This magical damage kind of illuminates the area for a moment. And you can hear from behind the wall, Thad, how did you find us? Get out of here! You don't live here!
To which Thad replies, don't matter! You're coming above ground.
That's end of your turn, I believe, Thad?
Yep.
Right. Edric, what would you like to do?
I move right next to Thad.
Okay.
To use all my movement.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a hole in there or any way to see them?
So the radiant damage, I think, would have made the area bright, but it wouldn't crack the wall. Is that right, Thad?
I am directly to go through the wooden door. So with 4 points of damage, I'll be on a nat 20. You tell me if I made a hole.
Yeah, with a nat 20, I would say that, you made a small crack in the wall that you would see through. I would say it's also like a couple inches like this, and you can't see a person through that hole, but you could hear them yelling at Thad.
Okay. I can't see anyone, so I don't know what to do there. But I could use prestidigitation to make a sensory effect of the world's awfulest smell within that space. Is that allowed?
Would you be able to have to see that space to do it?
Let me look. It's within range. It doesn't say that I have to see it. It just says I have 10 feet, so I guess I could just cast it into the space, into the hole.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
With the 10.
And we can say it can go. If it's a smell, it can go under the door and through to the other side.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we can say it like that.
Yeah. All right. So I do my little hand gestures and I make the room smell. I don't know if anyone else has smelled liquid ass, but it lives up to its name. I make it smell like that.
You definitely hear a reaction from the gravy behind the door. Oh God! Oh, there's at least 2 of them, and they stink.
All right, and that's all I'll do because it's just psychological torture, I guess.
Where'd your party come from? What's your party name? The Stinkers? We're gonna take you all down.
Alright, I end my turn, because I don't have a good retort to that one.
Alfredo is up next.
Alfredo, hears, what are you, the Stinkers? And really starts to embody this name for his party, and starts to feel a lot of pride. I'm wondering, Matt, above table, this hiding and stuff is driving Alfredo crazy. Could I cast Fairy Fire to make it so that we can see them, and make the rest of this like map, if you will, visible?
You could cast Fairy Fire. The doors would have to be open, I think, for you to be able to still see them. But you could absolutely do that, and then they would be lit after that.
Yeah, and I know Thad opened one of the doors. So are you saying that we would have to open the second door, and then I would cast
Well, where you're currently standing, like, you can't see this person.
Okay.
So you'd have to open the door, I think.
Especially with the shenanigans they did with the last door opening. I think what might have to happen, I might use my first wild shape. And with all this rage, Alfredo doesn't know what to do, and it appears that he turns into a wolf, and uses his wild shape to track them down. He's using this to, he's feeling very enraged, I should say, with all the maltreatment to his new companion Bow Wow, and to his current party companion, and charges in there.
All right, so everybody in your party can see Alfredo is now in the shape of a wolf. Are you going to move at all, Alfredo?
Yeah, I'm going to use as much movement as I can. I know a wolf, I pulled it up, has a movement of 40 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to use as much movement I can to get as close to the door or the room or whatever.
So, like, right to the door right here, in front of Edric.
Yes, what's that, 20? Yes, I'll move 20, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay. Next to act this round, Aramis.
I feel everybody can't wait for it, so first I command the hand to open the door again.
Okay, when you do that, Alfredo, you, in the form of a wolf, you can see Gravy is hiding behind the wall, behind you. So I'll show you on the map. All right.
And are you saying? Oh no, was that the end? That was like the end of my turn.
That was the end of your turn. But Aramis used the mage hand to open the door again, so now you can see Gravy is hiding behind the wall.
All right.
And Gravy is spooked because he's seeing a wolf, and he shouts at his friend, "Pickpockets! They got a wolf! Or one of them's a wolf!" Aramis, you can continue, sorry.
No, of course. But I can see the guy because it's behind the wall.
Yeah, where you're standing, you can't see him, but Alfredo can now see him.
Okay. Well, I think probably that is gonna be it then, because I don't wanna take away the wolf's food. So yeah, I think I'm gonna move a little bit down here, and that's my action.
Okay. Last to act this round is the woman with the beautiful hair. She's going to open this door in the bottom right-hand side of the room and see a huge wolf standing in the doorway, and she shrieks, like, "Ah! Ow! 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 Where'd they get this wolf?" And she shoots, because the door is open, she's going to shoot an arrow at the wolf. It is going to get a 12 to hit. No, I think it's going to miss.
The wolf armor class is 13.
Okay, so that arrow goes through the fur on the top of the wolf's back and lands near one of the packages behind you. She's gonna shout, "Davy, you better come here and bring those birds with you!" She's gonna run back behind the door and then shut the door. So you currently cannot see her. And all of you can hear some additional footsteps headed towards your direction. Those footsteps are coming from north of where you're currently standing, Alfredo, and those footsteps are also coming south from where you're currently standing, Alfredo. So you're hearing multiple sets of footsteps, in addition to the woman with the beautiful hair who ran away.
In the best way I can, as a wolf, I try to communicate that.
This is where we're going to have to end for today. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on giving experience points until the resolution of this battle, because we gotta see
Makes
what
sense.
happens. But yeah, a lot of action happening right now. Hope you had fun.
Yeah.
How are we doing?
Absolutely.
Thank you
Awesome.
very much, man. Thank you all,
you.
guys.
All right, amazing.
Lots of fun.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Sounds great. See ya.
So,
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao. See ya.